everyone. And actually, you thought that Jim Harold was going to be here, but it's much more exciting. Is welcome to our virtual Halloween party. Hey, I'm the Joker tonight. How are you guys? Happy Halloween, everybody. Thank you for joining us. And we have a bunch of people here in costume. We're going to go around the horn and talk to everybody about their costume and what it is. And I'm the Joker, so welcome to the party. Dar Flo Harold. Most Americans will know who you are, but there may
Bundle.
be.
Joker, I need to tell you, it's so important that you bundle
Well, get
auto
in
and home
contact. I
insurance.
see what I'll give you my card, and then you can
Can I call
contact
you?
me. Yes, there you go. Very good. Where's Jamie? Anyway, so tell us who Flo is if people don't know.
Yes, those of you that don't live in the States, Flo is kind of the face of an insurance company called Progressive. She's in all the commercials. She's been on there for years and years. So I thought it would be rather amusing.
Very good. And I'll go up to the upper right corner. Maddie, tell us who you are tonight.
I am Loki.
There you go. Very good. Very good.
We all know who Loki is. The
Yes, we do.
MCU is eternal.
And
Yeah.
a new addition to the panelists here, the Halloween party, is Cassandra Harold. But tonight she's somebody else. Who are you tonight?
I'm calling myself Discount Arwen because I'm a Lord of the Rings fan, but I don't have quite the accurate pieces that a lot of big Lord of the Rings fans will have. I'm not very active in the cosplay community, but I thought I'd give my try at a high fantasy elf. So, hello.
Well, very good. Let's look at some of the comments. We got a lot of people here in already. I mean, it's a
Yay!
bunch. We've got okay, well, let's start with this is an important one. Can my daughter Julia get a shout out? Amber wants to know. Her 13th birthday is tomorrow and she loves the campfire. Well, Julia, happy birthday from the Joker and from Jim Harold. Stay spooky. So that's so cool, Julia. Let's see who else we have. We have Phil Jones, who says happy birthday, and his sister's birthday is all tomorrow. Phil was one of our paranormal quiz winners, I believe, from Canada.
For sure.
And Star Andrews is on, and she is actually going to be a guest in the 10 o'clock hour. Looking forward to it.
Yay!
Jeffrey is here. Happy Halloween from Pennsylvania. Miss Julie, this has become a tradition in my home. Happy Halloween, everyone.
Yes,
how cool is
to
that,
you
guys?
too.
Ryan says, let's go. Salmon says, happy Halloween from Brisbane, Australia.
Wow!
So cool.
Awesome.
He's a little closer to home. Hello from Pennsylvania.
Yay.
Ryan's out in California. Let's see who else we have. Hillary from Florida. Let's see. I'm just going here. Michael from Phoenix. Hey, D Hoot from Austin, Texas. Anna from Pennsylvania. Rodney from Bowling Green. Scott from the Klingon homeworld. Excellent.
Nice.
Let's see. Happy Halloween from Maine. I want to get through as many as I can here.
I
Mark
work
says
in
he's
Maine. That's why I'm happy.
soaked and wet in Connecticut. Yes, you work
Oh.
remotely in Maine.
Hi,
That's
Mark.
pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mark.
Mark has been on many times.
Getting hammered with the weather.
Yeah, exactly. Jill says, hello from Chicago, the Windy City. Penelope's from the UK, Oxford. Very cool.
Wow.
Very cool. Scott from New York. Hey, Scott, although he has a Miami Dolphins logo there. Sandy says, Sandy's here. Sandy's in the house. She's going to have to come on video later, hopefully.
Yes.
Who let a Klingon in here, she says. Let's see. Hi from Stoke in the UK from Matthew. Dawn from Texas. Starfire from Spooky, Michigan. I can't keep with the comments here. There's so many.
I
Oh
saw
my gosh.
Schenectady.
Evelyn here from New York. Okay. Hi, Jim and the beautiful people in the chat. Let's get this night started. Refreshingly different music. LMAO. Sandy. Hey, Sandy. How are you doing? How are you doing, Sandy? I'm glad to see you tonight. LTT Wings. Hello, Jim and everyone from New Jersey. Paul from Warrington, UK.
Nice.
That's me, the Joker. Let's see here. I'm just trying to get through Denmark. We've got Denmark in the house. Pearl's in the house from Denmark. Greetings from spooky Phoenix, Arizona. from a Facebook user. Christopher, hello from Utah. T Force from Canada there, Maddie. There you go.
Yay!
Renee, happy Halloween. Jim, Jay says y'all look awesome, just bootiful. Let's see here. Let's
Bootiful.
see what we got here. I'm trying to, we got more. Marilyn from Texas. We're going to get to something in a second here. I'm just trying to get through a few more of these, and it's going too fast for me. Amy, happy Halloween from Melbourne. Very cool. Melbourne, Florida. I was thinking Melbourne, Australia, but it's still very cool. Let's see. Sierra loved the music. Connecticut from Ragnar. Okay, I think we got a couple more. Hello and happy Halloween from Pismo Beach, California. And Chrisley says, Drew and Chrisley from Georgia, we love you. And I know that it was Drew's birthday recently, so belated happy birthday, Drew. And Corey says, happy Halloween from Denver. And the last word for now is Nora from Happy Halloween from Asheville. That's the home of our good friend Micah Hanks. So everybody, I thought we would kind of get things started off in a cool kind of way. We're doing something a little bit different. We're going to have some video clips throughout. And Dar, not Flo, but Dar did a nice little video for us on a Halloween themed drink. And I'll say a little more. I'll let her take it over and you can enjoy this. And maybe for those of you of age and who imbibe, you may want to take notes. And here it is.
Hey, happy Halloween, everyone. Just wanted to come on here and give you guys an idea for a really kind of spooky cocktail if you're having people come over, or if just you want to get into the spirit yourself. Total credit to acouplecooks.com. Sonia and Alex had this recipe on their website. It's called a Vampire's Kiss cocktail, and it's kind of like a blood red martini. And it's got some really cool flavors. I thought it would be kind of awesome to show you how to make one. Also, the only thing is, the thing that really makes it, I think, spooky is the dry ice you could put on top. Unfortunately, I don't have any. But imagine the ice coming out. But be very careful if you're dealing with dry ice. Go to their website, read the directions of how to deal with it if you're going to use that. We're going to do it without dry ice. So why don't we get started? First of all, what do we need? We need vodka. We need Chambord. It's like a black raspberry liqueur. It's very delicious. I love the bottle. It's so cute. Glass, shaker. You can use a pitcher if you want to make more than one to stir it. I like to shake the cocktails. I think it kind of mixes the ingredients a little bit more. 100% cranberry juice, not cocktail, because that's kind of sweetened. We want just the juice, and grenadine and a lemon or lemon juice. Fresh lemon, you can't go wrong with that. Okay, so why don't we get started? First things first, presentation of your glass. Mighty important, right? Oops, that will happen too. So anyway, so we have our plate and we have just regular granulated sugar on it, right? And then we have an empty plate. I'm going to put some grenadine in the plate. And we're going to get this rim kind of covered here. So we want to just dip the rim of the glass in the grenadine and then bring it over to the sugar. And that's going to give you a nice red sugared rim for your martini. Okay. So we have our glass ready to go. All right, so let's get started with our shaker. Mine's always a little tight, but that's good because then when you're shaking it, it's not going all over the place. Okay, so we want to start with our vodka. We need 1.5 ounces of vodka. I'm just going to use the 1 ounce and kind of eyeball the half. I don't think anyone usually minds, at least not in our house. You have a little extra, all the better. So that's 1. And we got a half. All right, then we need 1 ounce of the Chambord. Look how pretty the bottle is on the top. Anyway, I like glittery things. All right, so we have 1 ounce of the Chambord. Put that in there. Okay, now we do 1/2 ounce of the cranberry. And 1/2 ounce of the grenadine. That's going to give it that nice red coloring combined with the Chambord coloring. Awesome. And then you want to do a 1/2 ounce of lemon juice. This thing is the greatest thing. They have a whole bunch of different ones out there, but it squeezes the lemon juice. It keeps the seeds from going through. If you want limes or smaller lemon, you could use that. Awesome. So I already cut my lemon up. And we're going to go ahead and squeeze. I probably will get it everywhere. I'm not one of those cooks that are on TV and they're all like, everything is so pristine. Not here. All right, not in the Harold house. So 1/2 lemon usually gives you a good 1/2 ounce. We're going to go ahead and pour that in. Now you want to add ice. So as much as you want to get it cold, because I mean you do want it, you don't want a warm cocktail. But then you don't want it diluted. So kind of use your judgment based on your preferences. You go ahead like that and you shake it. Mix everything up really, really well. Put that ice away and get our glass here. And then you pour it in your glass. So it's got that red kind of bloody look to it. And then what would really top it off if you put a little bit of that dried ice and have that smoke coming up, and it's a spooky vampire's kiss. So everyone have a very safe, happy Halloween. Enjoy. Delicious. Have a good one. See you next time.
Hey, we're back. Good job, Dar. Good job.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers. And actually, yes, let me get
I wish I could have made one for Maddie.
Yeah, I told her I wish we did that.
There we go. There we go. Also red.
Ending seasonal.
There we go.
A few more of these and I will be the Joker. So anyway, I've been inviting people in the chat to video to play trivia. And we're going to do something different here. This is an experiment. Cassandra, otherwise Discount Arwen, she suggested that we try Jackbox. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring in the screen share and see how many people we can get in. And we're going to experiment this. We've got some of our traditional trivia. We're going to experiment with this. So let's see what we can do here. And hopefully this will all work well. Let's see what we can do. And we will go from there. Okay. All right. Are we seeing it on the screen? We are seeing it on the screen.
Yes, but you may want to grab the code without showing it on the screen first.
Okay. Well,
just so that we can share with the other people who are going to be in the room with us.
Yes.
And then we will open it up to the rest of the audience so that everybody.
Well, maybe Cassandra can explain a little bit while you're
setting
it
while
up.
I'm doing this, you can explain, Cassandra. Go right ahead.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, the Jackbox Party Pack, it's a video game, but a little bit more interactive. You can play it like just with friends on the couch, but you can also play it remotely, which is what makes it so great for big groups and such. So the game we're going to be playing is called Trivia Murder Party. So it's basically like your average trivia game with a little bit of a twist. The premise of the game is that there's like a serial killer who's like keeping you hostage and you have to answer the trivia correctly. And if you don't answer the trivia correctly, you're sent into a death mini game. So there's a lot of different death mini games that come up. There's one where like you spin a wheel to see if you find out if you live or die. There's like a prisoner's dilemma type game. There's you have to do math problems in one of them.
Simple ones.
Yeah, simple ones. Just simple addition. Not to scare anybody away from math.
Yeah, I don't do math. So,
no.
Yeah.
But so you want to win the mini games. Some of them are very unfair. That's just kind of the way that the game goes. You can avoid the mini games by answering the trivia questions correctly. And then at the end, oh, wait, one other quick thing that's worth noting is that if you get a trivia question wrong and then you lose a mini game, you die in the game. But that's okay because you get to keep playing as a ghost. So if you die and you turn into a ghost, you can keep playing along, answering the questions. And then at the end, you can still have the opportunity to win as a ghost.
Yes.
So
All
the,
right.
the last round, you kind of are given a number of options, and you have to choose which of the options fit the category. It'll
Okay.
it'll all become much more clear. But the other thing is, you can play this on your phone too.
Right. Yes, everybody watching can play it on their phone as well. So we're going to start. Pink is here. I'm going to bring you in, Pink. So if you're ready, we're going to add you to the stream. Are you there, Pink? Can you see us?
Am.
Hey.
How
I
are
made
you
it this year.
tonight?
I tried last year.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, we're doing something different. And Sandy was here. We're going to get her into the stream. And
Yeah,
then
look at Sandy. I love that hat.
we put that link up so folks can go ahead. Let me just see. Join us for trivia.
Yep. You just want to head to jackbox.tv.
Yeah. Everybody go to Jackbox TV. I'm going to try to get a couple more players in here and see if we can.
Yeah, I think we can have 8
Yeah.
total.
Yeah. So let's see if we can get a couple more people
Yeah.
in.
Anyone want to be on? Come on. It's fun.
Come on, don't be chicken.
That's right.
It's no pressure.
So while we're waiting, Pink, where are you from calling in from tonight?
I'm calling in from Florida. I'm trying to download that thing too. I'm so bad with technology. I'm so sorry.
That's no problem.
What
We just lost her. We just lost Pink. Oh,
Yeah. So you
Okay.
just go to jackbox.tv
.tv.
on
Pink.
your phone.
Yeah. You kind of need 2 devices. If you're going to be in this show and this, you're going to need 2 devices.
Yeah, you'll have to
for
play
this.
on your phone and then just
Yeah.
leave your
But
other device.
what we're going to do for now is I'm going to put the room code for this time so we
Cool.
can move forward.
You're just sharing it with us, right? First, and then
Well,
we'll open it up to everybody.
Yeah. First share it with us.
So, Sandy, did you get to log into this? By any chance?
I don't know what you mean, but where would it be?
You know what I think we're going to do? Here's what we're going to do. I want to do the Jackbox, but I'm wondering if we should do it with just the general office, the
I see
general audience
I do
guys.
see the code, but where do I put
We
it?
can, we can do that too.
You're going to put
but
it on your phone
just-
or whatever device you're using.
If you just share the,
Oh, so I
if you
have
ju-
I have to go to that website first. Is that what
Yes.
you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, let me figure this out. I'm
Okay.
old.
Dad, if you can
Alright.
just share in our private chat what the code is with just so that we know for sure that you, me, Maddie, and
I think I might have just shared it publicly.
okay. So
So
then
I
we
tell you
probably
what, but this is an experiment. So anybody,
Yep.
if you want to play, go to jackbox.tv and jackbox.tv and type in the code QZPC.
it's telling me at least room not found. So
Interesting.
You-
Interesting.
Yeah, that's what's saying to me too.
Oh,
that's
wait.
because it's
It won't even
OZ.
let me in.
Oh, it's an O. Okay. There we go. OZPC. I apologize. OZPC.
OZ.
OZPC. Okay, great. OZPC.
There we go.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
in.
Doug is in.
what order
Arlen
am
is
I?
in.
I think I'm in.
Okay, let's see. Where's Doug? I'm going to bring him into
So where
this.
do we
meeting.
answer these questions, or does it?
They're gonna come up on your phone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they'll come up
It'll
on your
come up
phone.
on your phone to answer. You just press.
Yeah. So look, we got 16 in the audience as well.
Okay,
Excellent,
I'm gonna be
excellent.
on the computer, so I guess it'll just
Excellent.
show. Up that we're done.
We're going to go ahead and give this a spin, and then if you're waiting in the room, we'll bring it back for more conventional trivia, if that's okay. But we'll have some fun with this.
Yeah, we wanted to try something different.
So, anybody want to join? Well, looks like we have 33 people. Anybody else
Ooh,
want to
fun.
join? Anybody else out there? We'll give you another couple minutes.
How
And
many
by the
people-
way, for the video, we will give you a chance to play traditional video, and because the studio is full. So let's just go ahead and Sandy, if you can play along, and we'll have fun. Is everybody ready to go? Everybody ready for
Yay.
this? Okay, let's get
All
it.
right.
Okay,
let's
we're
go.
gonna play it, and then basically, Cassandra's gonna narrate.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
So here we
Cassandra.
go.
Excellent. They put some creepy stock footage at the beginning, but it's not necessary.
So they're introducing.
They're just introducing the game. It's basically what I explained earlier. You're going to answer the trivia questions. If you get them right, you move on, no problem. If you get them wrong, you're going to head into those trivia murder games.
Welcome, punishment gluttons.
All right. Now this is a very spooky game. It's we're trying to figure out a way to bring the sound in and stuff, but for now
Oh,
we'll
this is
have fun
fun.
with this. Yeah.
I haven't played with this many people.
What animal cannot give you rabies?
Opossum, anaconda, bat, or wolf. Answer on your device. Answer on your device. Opossum, anaconda, bat, or wolf. And if you're not logged in, that's fine. Just play along verbally,
Yeah, you could
just for
just play.
fun.
Yeah, just play. Guess the answers.
Yeah, and I believe you can actually join the audience even once the game has started.
Right.
Yeah. We got a lot of people who want
Yes!
anaconda.
Woo! Got it
Ooh.
right. Ooh, a lot of people got it right.
All right. What's the next
Yay!
question?
Okay, Mortissimo's headed to the killing floor for the death minigame.
Oh.
The loser wheel. So you're
Oh,
just
the
going to
loser
spin the wheel
wheel.
here and find out if you get death or life. You can see the odds are stacked a little bit against you.
Slightly. So here it goes. It's kind of like the opposite of the wheel of fortune. The wheel of misfortune.
Misfortune. There you go.
I always got death. Oh, I thought
Yeah.
he almost had life.
That's
okay.
Sorry.
No, he can
Martissimo,
still,
I get that all the time.
You can
Don't
still
get
win.
mad.
he
Ghosts
still
win
can
all
win.
the time.
Ghosts have an advantage actually at the end.
I'll drink to that.
There we go. All right. That's the scoreboard.
All right.
Neck and neck.
Ooh, neck and neck.
All right.
Well, yeah,
Lick those lips, Joker.
I love my job.
Question
And
2.
two.
What is
What
Mr.
is Mr.
Snuffleupagus' first name?
Oh,
I
goodness.
think I know. I
I
think
think I know
Oh, I don't know. Oh, I guessed the wrong thing. I'm positive.
I think I know. I'm
Okay.
not playing,
I
but
didn't
I
watch
think
it.
I
I
know.
didn't watch enough.
let me see.
Bird. Bird.
Your fault, Cassandra. All you wanted to watch was Elmo, so we kind of missed most of the rest of Sesame Street.
But I think I know the answer.
Yeah, you probably got it.
Maybe no, I might have gotten it wrong.
Oh, I know I have it wrong.
Oh, I don't even know. I didn't hit it.
Oh, I didn't know.
Aloysius,
I don't know
yeah.
why I
it was
knew
that
that.
or Chester.
That's what I guessed. Chester.
And while we're playing this, we've got special guests coming up, Jody Levon, Star Andrews, and we have some taped appearances from Chad
See?
Lewis. So we got a lot more to look forward
Catherine
to.
said Chester too. I'm with you, Catherine.
All right, so you guys are all going to have to draw a picture of whatever the thing is that. Okay, a terrible way to die.
How
You have
do
to
I
draw a
vote?
picture of that, and then everybody else is going to vote on the worst drawing, and the person who gets voted the worst drawing, unfortunately, will die.
Now, see, if this were me playing, I would definitely die because I can't draw a stick man.
Okay,
this
but it's
is
not necessarily quality.
This is stupid. I don't know. Yeah.
Sometimes humor trumps talent in this one.
Okay, whatever.
I hate any game that
Yes, we
involves
can't play any games in the Harold household that require drawing.
drawing.
So Pictionary,
hate it.
because Jim is like totally against them. Ooh, here we go. Whales. Wow.
Alrighty.
All right, draw this. Terrible way to die. Here we go. Ah.
Oh, who's going to the killing floor? What's happening here?
It looked like somebody didn't answer, so they automatically.
Oh, so we were
Ah.
kind of saved. We were saved. Question 3.
Doo, doo, doo. Oh, I better not do that.
Yep.
Copyright.
Copyright.
Copyright
Mhm.
Don't
strike.
do that. Oops.
What does Rick Bayless do for me? I used to know.
I know.
this. Oh, I know what it is. Now I know. Multiple.
I
guesses.
always get him mixed up with Skip Bayless. Isn't there a Skip Bayless, Jim?
Yeah, he's
On
like a sports guy. Yeah. So what does Rick Bayless do for
A living.
Graham's here in the audience? Big
Yay.
fan. Terry's got pumpkins.
Uh-oh.
Got it.
Yeah, I knew that one.
The audience did worse on that one too, though, so I feel validated.
Likely story.
Oh no, so this is like a prisoner's dilemma type situation. There's a pile of money here. You could take the money, you could leave the money. But yes, yeah, if no one takes the money, then no one dies. If you do take the money, they'll kill everyone who didn't.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Morals.
Squid Game. It reminds
And
me
if
of
you,
Squid
yeah, if
Game.
you
Squid
all
Game.
take the money, you all die.
Oh, Squid Game. Yikes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Ooh, let's see what happened.
Oh no.
No one dies, right?
Nope, we both die.
Oh, you both died.
Oh,
Groob
Oh,
and I are
Groob.
both very greedy. We
Poor
lose.
Groob.
I know. I know Cassandra would take the money.
Yeah, we know
Very
that.
much so. She's like Cassandra's kind of like when the plane crashes. If you die, she's eating you. It's
Oh, nice.
Oh my gosh, I thought it was going to be the mask thing. I guess I'm a cannibal. Never mind.
whatever it takes to survive.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so proud.
In the movie Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Pee-wee hitches a ride from the ghost of a dead trucker named
Ah,
Very good.
I know what you are, but what am I?
No idea. I don't like Pee-wee.
I love Pee-wee.
I love people.
Pick
I'm with
the
you,
one that I
Sandy.
wanted to be.
Oh,
my
Jim
God.
loves Pee-wee.
Oh my God. Ah,
Yikes.
I'm just going to pick the one I want it to be and hope that that's
See,
right.
I answered. I answered with a number of people
not
out
no
there.
Pee-wee.
I wonder if I got it right. No
Nope.
one likes Pee-wee. I got it right. Good
says
guess.
no one likes Pee-wee.
Thank you. No, Gnostic man. Cheers. Oh,
Oh no,
Fingers.
Doug.
Oh, this
In the
is where-
fingers mini
ooh.
game, you have to
Oh.
eliminate one of your fingers, and then you can no longer choose that number question. So
That
for the rest of
answer,
the
yeah.
trivia questions, if you pick like the fifth finger, you can't answer that question anymore, even if you know that it's right.
Yeah. I've
God,
lost many
people.
times not having that finger.
Oh, wow.
Pick a finger. Yikes. Oh,
Yeah.
pinky. There you go.
Ooh.
All right.
Your finger sold online.
That's macabre.
That's
For sure.
macabre.
Macabre. Here we go.
Who wrote the song Crazy? I know the answer to this one.
I know you do. And this is like, I do this wrong every time.
Uh-oh.
Jim's going to kill me.
No.
No, he is. We talk about this a
I'm
lot.
like, you
and
know
I
who
always
wrote Crazy.
guess the
don't
same
you?
answer, and it's always wrong. And I never remember the right answer.
Okay, but now you have to sing it staying on your head.
This is a sick game, Ellie says. I love it.
Ah.
Oh no.
Oh, I got it
Awesome.
right. Finally. There you go, Jim.
After
See,
me telling you
I was listening.
125
I know.
times.
I know. Patsy sung it. She sang it.
Oh, Arena. So this is very similar to the one that we played earlier, and it's another prisoner's dilemma. You can either attack the other player, defend yourself, or take the money. It's another if you pick the same thing as somebody else. It's not good.
I love these little characters.
Aren't they
Hilarious.
cute?
Yeah, it's well done.
I'd like to have the dolls. I'd like to have the
I
whole. Fantastic.
Ooh, attack, defend, or grab the money. What are they gonna do?
What are they going
The
to do?
What
dilemma.
are they gonna do?
I know what I would do every time.
Yeah, I know what you would do.
Yeah,
Too.
we too,
Yes.
Joker.
Did you know how I got these
Ooh.
scars? No.
Uh-oh.
Somebody asked that in the chat. How did you get those scars, Joker?
My card.
Ooh. Oh, yikes, Doug.
Why so serious? Andrew.
That's okay. Dying means very little. You guys get advantages. Question 6. Here we go. Dun dun dun.
Doug, Willie wrote the song. Patsy sang it. Just a clarification. Paul says he can't. Oh, never mind.
What's that song you sing on New Year's Eve?
Uh-oh.
Paul says he can't believe that I kept my lockdown here, but it suits me.
Why,
thank you.
That's copyright free, right?
I don't know.
It should be. It's very old.
Yeah.
It's actually from a poem.
Yeah, it is. Of which there are multiple versions.
Oh. Yay! Auld Lang Syne.
I just posted how to get into the video room, by the way. After this, we're going to do traditional trivia and we can give away a shirt.
Which character died by getting stabbed through a curtain?
Now, I don't know this, but Cassandra would know this.
Pays
with
to be a
your-
theater minor.
Yes. I was a minor everything. Minor broadcaster, minor salesperson, but a major
I'm pretty sure I
joker.
got this wrong.
Oh no.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's been a while.
If you can narrow down the play, it gets
Guessing,
easier.
but yeah, I know other plays, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried that. I tried the two that I know for sure.
So
Oh,
I
got
would
it
love
wrong.
if A Midsummer Night's Dream just ended with somebody stabbing Puck. That would be pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's not the way that would go. Oh,
Phyllis got it out there too.
So
Okay, so we get to pick which of these chalices to poison.
Poison,
And then
poison me.
yeah, Mom has to hope she does not choose the poisoned chalice.
Yeah, so yeah, great. Pick a chalice to put your poison in.
I don't even want to know why we're doing that, but okay.
You're gonna kill me. I shall die. Because I didn't know Polonius. I was like the only one.
I didn't know.
Well, I knew it wasn't. At least I knew it wasn't Romeo or Puck.
Well, Ophelia
drowns.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
See. All right, what am I picking? I have to pick a chalice. I'm going with number 2.
Lucky.
Good choice.
Ooh.
I didn't pick the one I would have normally picked.
Which one were you going to go for?
No, I love the skull, and then I like the green jeweled one because I like sparkly things. But
You'd be surprised. A lot of times people don't put it in the skull one, which I think is
Ooh.
pretty fun.
I like Lugosi 1974. That's a good name.
yeah,
I want to drink your blood. As we wait for the next question.
E. Sanchez says, "Psycho." Oh no, that was a shower curtain.
Who are the Property
Yes!
Brothers? Oh, it pays to watch HGTV, apparently.
Thank your mother. Drew and
This is tricky because another one of the ones on here is also an HGTV family.
yes, it is.
God, I have no idea. I don't know.
They're kind of getting involved in everything now.
I didn't.
It's like Drew Scott and what's the brother's name?
There's
Chris, I
another
forgot
one?
him. Yeah, there's
two of
Drew
them.
and the
Yeah,
one
there's
who
two of
sells
them.
the real estate and the one that does the construction.
No, but there's more than
Oh, no.
two?
No.
Oh my
Oh, okay.
God, math! No,
Oh,
no,
is it me? No. Oh, good. I don't have to do math.
You
No.
gotta do math.
no,
So you got to just keep answering the questions quickly.
no.
Drew and Scott. No, I know Drew and
Yeah,
Scott. I
Scott.
thought I thought there was a secret third brother, like in the
No.
case of the Jonas brother or fourth brother.
That's the one they put in the attic.
Yeah.
Why not? Oh, I didn't even see it. Oh my god. No.
This is the math one I'm talking
I
about, but
can't even do it.
thankfully,
So,
I'm out of
so
it.
what they're getting is they're getting like real simple.
yeah, it's like 3 plus 1, but then sometimes they
don't
throw
confuse
negatives in.
I can't do it.
Oh
I'm
no.
Oh, spooky Sandy. Oh no.
How are you looking at this thing?
It's okay, it's not over yet.
It's not over.
I'm fine.
Even as a ghost, you could still win.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some tips.
So how many more questions, Cassandra?
Usually, I don't think it goes beyond 10.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, Bleecker
Oh,
Street
damn it.
is part
Oh,
of
that
what
one.
famous neighborhood?
Holy moly.
I know this.
Me too.
Answer. You still answer.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can win still as a ghost, Sandy.
Well, okay, we'll see. Mhm.
Are any more of these in my future? Because I could get used to these.
I want some.
I
This-
know. I'm
that
gonna have
should
to
be
make
our
everyone
prize.
one.
Next time we play a video, we can
Oh, thank you.
line one of those up, Flo.
Thank you.
Oh no.
Woo! I got it right.
Mm-mm.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
This could send us to the killing floor.
Oh dear.
All right, words. You have to make the longest word possible out of the letters
Oh.
that you are shown. Now,
Yep.
the letters don't have to be touching each other or in any special
Yeah, I
configuration.
didn't know that when I played. I thought they had to be like near each other. They don't. You just have to make a very long word.
But everyone else is also trying to make a
More
very
than
long
five.
word.
More than 5 letters.
And by the way, folks who are in the studio there waiting, we're going to play traditional trivia after this, so you can take a shot at winning a T-shirt. And Spooky Sandy will include you in that. And we'll have that up after this. And then Jody Levon joining us at the top of the hour. I'm not good at like these kind of games. I guess it shows a lack of intelligence.
No, it doesn't. You're good at trivia.
I'm good at trivia, but trivia is trivia.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Lugosi.
Oh, 10?
Good job, Doug. Networking.
Wow. Doug must be
10
a-
letters. I'd love to know where's the word. Do we know?
Networking. It was networking.
Awesome.
nice.
Somebody in the chat said advisory. Also very good.
Another good one. I'm not saying what mine wouldn't have beat. No, it would have. I had 6 letters.
Very good.
Uh-oh.
All right, now we're at the killing floor. So the part of this game is that you want to be the first to reach the exit. Now everyone's going to be lined up based on how much money they have. Now the advantage that the ghosts get is that they get 3 options. So in this case, bands with 3 members, you want to pick the ones that apply. Sometimes none of them apply, sometimes all of them apply.
Yeah, and if you're a ghost, you get 3 answers.
Yeah, in the next round you'll
the
see
only one
ghosts
alive,
get
I
3
don't.
answers. And then the person who's in the lead only gets 2. But if you pass the person who's in first, you are no longer a ghost.
Oh,
Then you have your life back.
we'll see if I figure this out.
So there's the exit. Yeah, it sounds a lot more complicated than it actually is. You just pick the things that fit the category.
So the Jungle Book animals.
How many are we supposed to pick? Just one?
You
No,
pick
whatever.
how many apply. So it could be all of them. It could be none of them.
Oh, wow. I don't know. I never. I knew I should have gotten high before this. Just
Or
kidding.
brushed up on Rudyard Kipling. One or the
Oh,
other.
God. Yeah, that's my go-to.
See, I didn't have that third choice like you guys.
No, I didn't either.
Oh,
Here's the
wow.
Hammerstein musical.
Better get that one right, Cassandra.
I may have gotten it wrong.
No way. Girl.
I know one that it definitely isn't.
Yeah.
So
if
do
that
I.
helps anybody. There we go.
Yeah, did you get them right?
Yeah, I got 'em right.
There you go.
Yay, my theater nerd cred is still
Sorry,
good.
kicking butt, man. How drunk is she?
Girls.
I think I'm okay. Girl Scout cookies. I feel like I should know this as a former Girl Scout, but I'm not sure about the one.
Jim looks dazed. That's because he's crazed.
I'm crazed. I'm crazed. I'm sinking it all in, waiting for my moment to pounce.
Or drunk. That's what Jody says.
I like it. I like
Yeah,
it.
and he wants another one. Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. What is it? What
All
is
right.
it? What is it?
Oh man.
Oh, thank gosh.
Oh, Toffee-tastic is one, huh?
Yeah, it's a new one. For a second,
Yeah.
I was afraid that they might have added Chunkies too, and I just didn't know
Yeah.
about them.
Like, I mean, I never buy the darn things. I just give them the money.
Hostess snack
Oh my
cake.
gosh. I don't know. Junk food? Are you kidding me? Ah,
Way back in the day.
jeez.
Joker, who does your hair? Stara wants to know.
I do my own hair. It's just, my style.
Oh,
Zoinks.
Zoinks! G-Scoop! Oh, wrong character.
yeah.
I feel like
Maybe next
Shaggy
year.
is just a step or two off of becoming the Joker. So it's
Or he could be like this on the countdown today. We have
no one is catching up to Mom.
Ooh. I never win. What's going on, people? Are you letting me win? Countries that have green
must be
in their
that flow
flag.
mojo. Flow mojo.
Yeah, it's because it's not me. I'm Flo. Flo is winning.
You're channeling flow.
Winning this one for Progressive.
The funny thing
Bundle.
is, Progressive is really headquartered in northeastern Ohio. Strangely
It is.
enough, yes.
It is. We've had good friends work there.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
Oh, dear.
Going back the one, I really thought that the oatmeal cream cakes were also Hostess. Are they just Little Debbie?
No, they're Little Debbie.
Ah,
Little Debbie.
Little Debbie, Little
Little
Debbie.
Debbie. Oh, pfft,
Little Debbie snack cakes.
I don't know.
So does
Shia
this,
LaBeouf,
So I could win with this one, huh?
Megan Fox. I've got to be close.
thank you, Dad. I'm actually more based on the Heath Ledger one.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Yeah, you did the Dark Knight one.
Yeah. Do you know how I got these scars?
That sounded very Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson, yeah.
How'd you get him, Jack? No.
I'm not insane. I'm just freaking crazy.
All work and no play.
Ooh, I got it wrong.
Yeah.
Oatmeal cream.
Smoke screen? That sounds fake.
That was one? That was right one?
Apparently.
Oh. Oh.
I'm sorry to Transformers fans.
New York City.
Yeah, I apologize. I would think I would know that. My students don't seem to be too much into that. So I don't get to hear about it. Because I'm sure you're not talking to me about it, Cassandra. I might get in real trouble with this one from any of New York City people that are out there.
They're screaming at, damn it, it's this one.
Absolutely.
You
They're like,
guys got
Did
it
you
wrong.
put that one down?
I think this just means that we need to visit New York because
I
I did
did-
horrible.
I did get one wrong. Oh no!
Oh no!
Nobody caught me.
And Dar lives. You win.
You're
Congratulations.
lucky, Jim, because if I live, I can make you a drink, and if I died,
That's
sorry.
right. Well done. Well done. We made it through. I thought that was great. That was a lot of fun. I
Very
enjoyed that.
nice. There we go.
Thank you, Cassandra, for
Yay.
telling us about this. I'd like to do some of those, maybe kind of offhand. Well, I want to come back. I want to do some trivia with all the nice people who've been waiting. Pink and Mark and Christopher and Doug and Sandy's here. First, we're going to have a little interlude, a little palate cleanser, if you will. We recently went to a haunted car wash.
Oh, no.
Ride along with us and enjoy the hijinks.
Oh, no. I don't like it.
Those wires by the water. That seems kind of.
Oh my God.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. There you have it. That was our little trip to the haunted car wash. I was laughing and Dar was crying.
I was screaming. They kept coming. They knew they could get to me, so they kept coming on my side and hitting the car and scaring
No, that was
me.
so much fun. That was so much fun. And Cassandra's friend Joe was with us, and it was just we're kind of like, well, should we bother? And we really just had a great time.
Yeah,
so
that was fun.
Something
Something different. For
Hats
sure.
off to those people who did that. So, you know what? We're going to start with a spooky question for Spooky Sandy, and then we'll cycle through Pink, Mark, Christopher, and Doug. I'd like to do that before Jody joins us at 9 p.m. Eastern. So let me pull up a question here for him, and we will get going. So, Sandy, this is for, you don't have enough Jim Harold paraphernalia. So, no, I got to tell you, I want to just take a moment and say this. Sandy has been following us as long as I can remember, and she has been one of our greatest supporters, and we love her, and we thank her for all of her support.
Thank you.
Yes,
Jim.
absolutely.
That was so sweet.
But I'm not giving you a t-shirt unless you get this question right.
Okay.
All right. You're going to so get this. You're going to so get this, Sandy. This 1939 curse movie set involved the actress who played the main villain catching fire, one of the lead actors nearly dying of poisoning, and the dog breaking a paw. What is the name of that classic movie?
Why, that would be The Wizard of Oz. I'll get you, you little dog.
That's perfect. Woo.
Excellent.
Perfect. See, she's all in character too.
Well, Flo, could you note that for me, that Sandy is our first winner? Give me another drink.
Yeah,
I
maybe
need
not.
one. Where's mine?
Okay, there you go. Well, stick around, Sandy. We'll bring you back in at some point. I'm going to bring somebody else in. I know Pink's been waiting quite a while, so we're going to bring her in to have a trivia question. But thank you so much. I really appreciate everything.
Kudos to her background, because I love the dismembered arms.
I love the bookshelf.
Let's just take one more look at that. Isn't
Look at that.
We did it all for Jim.
No, I will say one thing, Sandy. I was just on the Jimmy Church show this week, and I retold your Bull Moose Jackson story because I know he loves music.
Oh,
so
did he know who Bull Moose was?
Yeah, he knew who he was.
Did he?
Yep.
Wow,
yeah, sure did. Sure did. Well, stick around. Come back in. And we'll see you later. There goes Sandy, and here comes Pink. Let's get her.
Okay, I'm not going to mess with anything. I'm not going to touch my phone.
You have been so patient, Pink. Where are you calling from tonight?
I'm in Maryland at my friend's epic, she's famous for her Halloween parties. So I finally made it to one, and it's so great. But I stopped to be able to be here with you.
Is that a Rolling Stone shirt you have on?
So it is, and it's a special Halloween one. So they've got the bangs. Yeah.
Oh, I love the
Very
stone.
oh,
I
look
love
at
the
that.
stone.
Nice.
Did you
Super
hear where?
cool.
Did you see? Now I'm a big Beatles fan too. Did you see
Uh-huh.
where Paul McCartney said that the Stones were essentially a blues cover band? Did you see that?
Yeah, so they actually said they're like, oh, the blues are dying, but thank God for the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
And I was
Oh,
like,
that was
I didn't
tremendous.
really think of the Rolling Stones as like a blues band.
I was talking a blues influence, but they're not a cover band. I mean, I'm a big, believe
Yeah.
me, I'm probably one of the biggest Beatles fans around, but McCartney didn't have to say that. But anyway, I digress.
But he can say what he wants. He's
Well, I guess
Sir
he's
McCartney.
Paul. He can say whatever he wants. Yes, that's true. All right. Well, we've got a trivia question for you. Thank you for being so patient. And what
Oh,
part of
no
the
worries.
country?
I'm so glad to be here. And I suck at trivia. I hope I get an easy one.
Well, let's hope so. Now, let me ask you, what part of the country are you calling in from tonight?
Maryland.
I'm in Maryland
That's
right now.
Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you, Dar. Dar is like my second brain because my first one shot. Okay. Ooh, okay. What kind of doll was the real life Annabelle? So the real life Annabelle, the haunted doll,
Right?
was based on a real doll that
I
we
thought it
would
was
be
just like a normal baby doll. Is there like a specific type of doll?
it would be like a name of a doll that you would be familiar with. I'm sure you're familiar with the name.
Barbie.
I'm sorry.
I know that wouldn't be right. Oh, that's all I could think of. What is it?
I'm sorry. No, I'm not going to say. We got to bring the next person
Oh
on.
yeah, you're
and
right.
see.
Dang it.
But let me ask you now. What like? Are you a big campfire fan? Is that
I am. So I just started just before last Halloween. So I think last Halloween I saw you as Pennywise the Clown, and it was like so awesome. I'm so glad I was able to be on your show this year because it was amazing last year too.
Well, thank you so much. I hope that you have a great Halloween. I hope you have a great party and go Stones. And
Thank
thank
you.
you so much. And we'll have a holiday party. So you join us then. Maybe you'll get the question
Awesome.
that night and get
And
it.
I fall asleep to your stories, and people think I'm weird, but I love it. I have like crazy dreams, but they're the best dreams.
Aw, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really
Thank
appreciate it.
you.
I really
You're awesome.
appreciate it. Thank you. You're awesome too. Thank you, Pink.
All right.
We haven't heard anything from Maddie up there, the mistress of mischief. What are you up to up there in the great north?
Other than attending this party?
She's strategizing. She's Machiavellian, I tell you. Machiavellian.
What it
I always
is
thought
mischief
it
night.
was.
What
It
did you
is.
say? I'm a little hard of hearing. What did you say? All right.
No, I interrupted Maddie. I was hoping she would just repeat what she said.
I've forgotten already.
There you go.
I was
Yeah.
just saying it's mischief night because on October 30th, like in the on the East Coast and Midwest, they would call this night mischief night or goosey night, and it was a night where teens would go and play a lot of pranks like toilet paper houses and do kinds of mischievous things.
It's Devil's Night up here.
Oh, there we
Probably
go.
very, very similar, I'm thinking. So next up is Mark, and he has been on our shows many
Hey.
times. We're glad to see you, Mark. How you doing, sir?
Hi. Okay.
Hi.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Well, I have a trivia question for you.
Okay.
What kind of doll was the real life Annabelle?
I think it was like a Raggedy Ann doll.
You got it. You got it. Mark is a winner. Mark is
Yay.
very good at trivia. I got to say, he's always very, very good at trivia.
Mhm.
For sure. So how's it going, Mark? Are you staying spooky up there in Connecticut? I understand you have
we're-
some rough weather.
Yeah, we've had a lot of rain. A lot of rain for our area. We usually don't get this much, a lot of storms this time of year, but we had a lot this year. My car was destroyed, and when the Hurricane Ida came our way, my car was knocked out, and I lost a lot of stuff. So
Oh my gosh.
it's been a little rough over the last couple of months, but we're getting through.
Well, you're safe. That's the important thing, and
Yeah.
you take care. And glad we can send a T-shirt your way, and we'll be in touch in regard to get that taken care of. But thank
Okay.
you for being a part of our spooky show tonight. I really
All right,
appreciate
guys,
it.
take care.
All right,
Thanks.
thanks.
Hi, Mark.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, I want to get through Doug and maybe Elena before we get to Jody. She is on the line waiting, so we will get her here. Let's see if Doug is there. Doug, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are. Okay, we're not seeing you, but we are hearing you, and that'll work. That'll work.
I don't know what's wrong with this darn camera today.
That's all right. It happens. It happens. Okay, well, ready for trivia?
Okay. Yes.
All right. You're up in New York State, aren't you, if I'm remembering correctly?
Nope. Minnesota.
Oh, I am not
Little
remembering
off.
correctly.
Little off.
Little off. Little off. And at least on the right continent. Okay.
Oh no.
Which classic horror movie was remade in 2005 and tells the story of the events that allegedly occurred at 112 Ocean Avenue, New York?
No, that would be the Amityville Horror.
Yes,
Ding,
and
ding,
we have
ding.
another
Woo.
winner. Another winner. Our people are too smart. We're going to run out of questions.
Judy and I actually drove past the place and snapped some pictures.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh wow.
That is so cool. That's cool.
And then we went down to Tom's River, New Jersey, and got a picture of the one that they actually filmed.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the one with the eyes. It's my kind of place. I'm telling you, it's just my kind of place.
Yes, it is.
I love it. My kind of place. Um. Well, Flo, if you would please make a
I
note
got that
of
down.
Doug. And Doug, thank you so much. You take care and stay spooky. And thank you.
Yes. Happy
Thank
Halloween.
you. The happy Halloween to you, sir.
Yep. Thank you very much, and you guys have a happy Halloween yourselves.
All right, very good. And I want to get to Elena before we get to Jody. Jody is on the line waiting patiently. So let me try to get to Elena here. Elena, how are you tonight?
Yay.
Can you hear us? We can't hear you. You're muted.
Uh-oh, I think you're muted.
You are muted. Let's see here. You need to unmute yourself, Elena. All
Now?
right, there you are.
Yay.
There,
How you
okay,
doing?
let me
How you
start
doing
again.
tonight?
I'm doing great because you're on and you're having this fabulous Halloween presentation. I look
Oh,
forward
thank
to
you.
it every year. So thank you. And it's
Thank you.
great seeing all of you.
Oh, it's great to see
It
you.
really
I know
is.
you, like Sandy, you are a long time supporter. Elena, I've always see you on Facebook, and you've been there for years. So thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. So let's give you some trivia. Let's see if this
Okay.
is. Here we go.
Ah.
Which 1976 film about the child of Satan involved both the lead actor and the screenwriter traveling in separate planes that were struck by lightning? The producer nearly being struck by lightning in Rome. Several cast members narrowly surviving a head-on car crash, and the director's hotel being bombed. Didn't seem like they had many problems. Elena.
Oh boy.
What was the name of
Seriously?
that movie? What was the name of that movie?
Going back
I'm
a few
trying to
years.
think back to 1976.
The child of Satan.
I was but a mere child.
Luckily not a child of Satan. So that was
No, that's good.
Yes.
No 666 marks anywhere that I'm aware
This is
of.
on my watch list. I haven't gotten to this one yet.
It's a good movie.
ashamed.
In fact, I'd like to
Okay.
watch it with you.
I was going to say off the top of my head, Rosemary's Baby. That can't be right.
You're kind of in the right neighborhood, but the wrong answer.
Darn. Okay.
Also a good movie.
That was on my watch list last
Yeah.
year, and I did.
Yes,
Yeah,
and we did watch
And
it.
that Rosemary's Baby is one of those shows that's not gruesome or anything, but it just makes you feel icky.
Oh,
Yes.
You're kind of
The
like,
suspense.
ooh, I
They got
just
the suspense right.
yeah, but
It's
it
like
makes
when
you
A
feel like
Stranger Calls.
sinister.
When
You
A
just
Stranger
feel so
Calls is
sinister.
another great movie.
Yeah,
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 it's not
absolutely.
slasher, it's not bloody, it's all suspense and what you as the audience imagine.
true.
excellent. Okay.
Well,
Well,
thank you very much.
Thank you, Elena. Thank you so much.
Yes.
And
Okay.
check out our holiday party, and we'll try to get you get some trivia and try to get you a T-shirt then. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, one more I want to slip in, Jody, if you can hang with us 1 minute. And I want to try, because I know they're big fans. Drew and Chrisley are here. So I want to add them to the stream. Drew and Chrisley, how are you tonight?
Hey, Jim.
How you
Jim.
doing?
We're doing great. Thanks,
And Drew, I
guys.
know you had a recent birthday, so happy birthday to
Happy
you.
birthday.
Oh, thank you very much.
So I have a trivia question for you. We just talked about it. Which 1976 film about the child of Satan involved both the lead actor and the screenwriter traveling in separate planes that were struck by lightning? The producer nearly being struck by lightning in Rome, several cast members are narrowly surviving a head-on car crash, and the director's hotel being bombed.
The first one that came to mind for me was The Omen.
You got it. Ding,
Yay! We just bought 2 shirts day before yesterday, but we'll take another one.
You'll get another one. You'll get another one.
Yay!
So thank you so much for all of your support. I know you guys are big supporters, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, well, thanks for all the great broadcasts, Jim. We appreciate it.
Thank you. And you take it easy, and we'll see you again.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. And with no further ado, we get to the great Jody Levon. How, Jody? Hey, I like your costume. Tell us about your costume.
I'm Ted Lasso.
Oh, I love that show.
Great show.
Well, I love the show. It's an upper. We just started to watch it, and I was thinking, what should I do? I had a lot of very funny things I was going to do for Halloween, and I thought this is perfect because I like to sink in and watch that show and feel good. The only thing is my mustache didn't come from where I ordered it, so I had to draw it. But I still think it's good.
It
Yes,
looks very realistic.
good.
It looks like the right thing.
Yeah.
I think so. So, Jody, if people don't know, I mean, you're a great psychic medium, and you've got a great personality. You're one of my favorite people. But if people aren't familiar with Jody Levon, explain to us what you do and kind of your expertise.
So I was one of those kids that was super sensitive, that could sit next to somebody and feel their feelings and didn't know it, and interacted with spirits and really kind of felt nuts. So as I grew up, I figured that I'm going to understand what it was. And then I found out that I was psychic and I'm a medium. And so at one point I realized either I would have my intuition or it would have me. So I got really serious about understanding it. And I was very happy about it because it was freeing. And then I realized that people really weren't talking about boundaries, and nobody was talking about this is many years ago. And so I thought, I'm going to do that. So that's what I do. I was in business for a long time, not associated with anything intuitive necessarily. And then I thought, I think I'm going to combine my business knowledge and my intuition. And that's what I do. I'm an intuitive coach. And I love talking to people about their intuition and helping them use it in their business because I'm a corporate coach. And I love talking to people about how they can be happier and how their intuition can help them be happier and how they listen to those little hints, it can change their life. And that when people die, they don't really disappear, that we can reach them through our love for them. And they reach us through their love for us. So it's all good. And I write books. And I'm on TV and I'm on amazing shows like yours, talking about the fact that everybody is intuitive, everybody, and showing people how to use it. That's what I do.
Jody is really one of my favorite people and favorite guests. We've actually, Dar and I have done individual readings with her, and she's fantastic. I just enjoy what she does, and she's got such a good spirit. So that's how we feel about her, certainly.
I have to say, because Jim bought me some time with you last year for my birthday, and it was just like so meaningful. I really encourage everyone to just stop and talk with you because you just feel really good. You just have a really good heart, and you feel good after speaking with you. It was great.
Thank you. Oh, this is like Ted Lasso. It's better.
So, Jody, what kind of things do people want to know from their past loved ones? And how does that line up, and maybe how does it deviate from what you hear?
Well, people want to know, they think that if somebody held a grudge here or cared a lot about money, let's say, that they think that they're going to feel the same way on the other side, when they're on the other side, in heaven, if you will. And they don't. They don't care about the money. They don't care about any of that, because when they're there, they're washed clear and clean of all of that kind of thing. And they're just pure soul, pure light, because we're all light. People want to know a lot of times that their loved one is okay. The one that died, and they are. Most of the time, very rarely is somebody earthbound, which you deal a lot with this on your shows, a ghost because they haven't gone into the light, and they can always go into the light. So rarely is anybody not okay, so to speak. And so I love giving that reassurance. And when I do a reading, I really normally don't know anything about the person I'm reading, and I definitely don't know about their dead people. But when their dead people step in, and I call them that not to be disrespectful, but to be soothing to a little girl who used to have her hair pulled all the time and by dead people. So when their dead person comes in and starts saying specific things that no one else would know about them or about their relationship with the person I'm reading, it's fun because that person then understands, I really have been sensing my loved one. They haven't disappeared. They're okay. And they do not hold a grudge, and they're not mad if you weren't there when they died. That's probably the number one thing. Were they mad that I wasn't there when they died? No, because they really, let's say they're in the hospital for 6 weeks and you're with them nonstop, and you literally go home to take a shower and it takes you 20 minutes. And in that 20 minutes, they cross over. That's because that's what they chose to do, because they thought it would maybe be too hard for you or too hard for them to leave you. So that's ordained in that way. And sometimes when people die in a very tragic way, we're sad also, obviously, and we're sad that we couldn't be there to soothe them. They want to know if somebody was. And yes, nobody ever dies alone. Your guardian angels are with you, your guides are with you, and those on the other side that you knew at one point before they died are with you. And you recognize everyone because it's all about spirit. So no one's alone and everybody's loved. As that process goes, you feel very calmed, is what they want to do, is to help you feel calmed. So those are the big things that people ask. And then, of course, people come in for reading and say, am I ever going to get married? Or sometimes they come in and they go, can I get a divorce? Do you think it's okay? So it's funny. People spend a lot of time trying to get into a relationship. And then once they're in it, they don't get that it's really about their stuff and resolving their own stuff versus the other person's stuff. So I deal with that. And I deal with corporate heads that are growing. Their business is growing super, so big. They don't know how to do it. And then they tune into their intuition and they start to learn how to do it. Kind of went off on that whole thing. I hope that I didn't curve too much.
No. I asked a question. You gave me an answer. Deb has a message, and it kind of brings on a question. Deb said she lost her parents on the same day, and she would love to get a message for them. What would you say to people who are in the position of Deb, of course, directly, and others who maybe want to get a message? They haven't gotten a message. And, sometimes you wonder, well, why don't they get in contact with me, those kind of things. What would you say to them?
So I think we all have our ideas of what it would be like to have them contact us. Maybe our sibling felt like the father visited, or it's things that we've read about or seen on TV. The thing is, it's really dependent on your relationship with that person and the language of your intuition. So if you're a very verbal person, you might be looking for somebody to say something or hear a word or something like that. Or if you're very visual, you want to see them. Excuse me, you want to see like an outline of them or a picture of them dropping in your head or something like that, or just see their physical being. They come to us in the ways they know how to come to us, and the way that their spirit feels is going to be helpful to you. You have to be open to it. Sometimes it's coins in the shower. Sometimes it's coins everywhere you go. Sometimes you walk into an elevator and there's a song playing, a version of a song that you loved and you know that your mom loved, and she crossed over and you keep thinking about her all day. You smell her perfume. You smell her cigarette smoke. You realize it's the anniversary of her death or her birthday or something significant for her. That's their way of coming through too. So they are wanting to reach you, and they will reach you. You have to be open to those signs, and it's in your joy that they reach you, which seems like such a ripoff because, you're sad. You want to see them. You want to feel them. You want to sense them, but you can't because you're so sorrowful. If you can get yourself into a place, even in your sorrow, where you can feel your love for them and the joy that you had together, you'll feel them. And it might be really subtle. Listen, when I started to realize spirits were talking to me, all these weird, subtle things, I didn't understand what that was. And then I started to realize there was a pattern to it. So when I really got myself in a peaceful place and I looked at the pattern and I knew that at a certain time, these certain things kept happening, and that it was always relevant to my grandfather, things that he did, I thought that he's coming through. I'm realizing he's coming through. So you look for patterns.
Now, I want to acknowledge some special viewers here. I wanted to just say hi to Aurora and Ed. Aurora is a very special friend, and we wanted to say special hello to you and take care. So Aurora just wanted to say hi, and Ed too. And hang in there. And thank you so much for tuning in tonight. It means a lot. Dar, I am going to ask upon you if you have some questions for Jody, because I know you're very good at this and you don't get a chance to do it. I get a chance to talk to Jody and other great people all the time. So I'm going to turn it over to you to ask some questions.
Great. Well, actually, I was just kind of reading through some of the comments of some of the listeners, the watchers tonight, and somebody wants to know Jody's thoughts on soul guides, like guardian angels. And I think that's a great question.
So everybody has one soul guide that they were with before they came here, and that soul guide, their main soul guide, I call them the senior soul guide, is with them throughout their life. And they're always willing to help you figure things out. They can't change things for you, but they're always there. And you recognize them more than you think. You just think it's you. You think it's your voice in your head, and really it's them nudging you. And you have junior guides that come in if you have some sort of specialty that you're starting to do. If you're starting to paint, a junior guide that knew how to paint really well will come through for you. Soul guides are very, I feel like they're a little more stoic. I've met a lot of them that are funny, but mine at least is more stoic, more serious about you going on your path. Angels, there's a lot of them. And you at least have, I've seen, most of the time I see 2 to 3 angels around everybody. And it's just sparks. That's all I can see is sparks. And they're there to help you especially when you're feeling sad. You have to ask for their help though. They have intervened otherwise, but you ask for their help and you can almost immediately feel their presence and things start to change. You are never alone. It's part of your divinely guided spirit team. And then of course there's your dead people. They're part of that too.
So the angels aren't like your dead loved ones, right? These are just other entities.
Well, I'd like to believe that a long time from now when I go, my children think of me as an angel, or even now. But no, I don't believe that's true. I think angels were likely not ever human, and they're just these divine beings of light that work directly for the universe, i.e. God. And there's archangels and all of that, but you have your own angels too, and you can call in other angels. I never realized that we had our own angels until I started to study this, and we do. And again, for me, it's sparks of light. I can see deceased people and I can hear guides even louder than I can hear my angels, but I know they're there because it's a calming presence. It's almost like somebody touching your face just to say, I'm here and I'm good.
Dar?
Or you're good. I'm here and you're good. That's what they're supposed to say.
Right. So E. Sanchez wanted to know, when a person has like dementia or Alzheimer's, do they remain in that state for some time? When they cross over, are they more like back to the person that you knew before that disease took over?
Yes, they're back to the person they knew. They're back to their favorite time in their life. They're cognizant. They have all the memories that everything you think they missed, and indeed they did, they have all of that. So every visit, go visit your people, you guys, call your people. They get to see that. On some level, they know that even in the nursing home or wherever they are, but when they cross over, they know everything. They know every act of kindness. They know every feeling of love that you have for them. Absolutely, they have all of that.
So this is one more personal. So if your loved ones that have passed over feel that you are okay and you're in a good place, do they kind of back off from you and kind of let you do your thing? Or I mean, or they just, because maybe are they kind of like busy in their world and
they have a job? Most of them, I mean, if you want to do something, and most people do, there's your favorite thing you get to do over there. So they do have a job. They're not always hanging around you. And when you need them, yes, they're there. And if you don't need them and you think of them, they're there as well. So it might not be at that very moment, but it is there. So they have to lower their consciousness to come here. And we have to raise our consciousness, and joy and happiness helps do that. That's why I say it's easier to feel them when you're happy. And then you can meet. And sometimes we want to talk to them when really we should be talking to somebody here. And because this is our life, we're to do things here and do things that bring us joy here with the people here, but they'll always be present, and they come to you in a dream, or they'll send a relative of yours or a good friend your way, or you might be at the supermarket and think you see them. That's happened to me with my dad many times. I think I see him and I'm running through the store. I'm like, wait, it's not him. But they do show up for us. But yes, they get busy doing things. Very much they get busy doing things. When you're in crisis mode, you feel them. I mean, most everybody I know has some semblance of I thought my sister was near me, or I thought my best friend who died 15 years ago was near me. They do come to say, you're okay. I love you very much. I see what's happening here. And during the pandemic, wow, so much spirit energy near us all, because they were here to say, I hear you, I see you, I love you, you're not alone, you've got this. So spirit, those in spirit, they're in their highest, best self. They're going to always want to say hi to you and tell you they love you.
Here's a tough question, Jody, but one I can understand people wanting to know. Arva wants to know: are loved ones that passed over due to taking their own life, are they at peace?
So the short answer to that is yes. The long answer would be they weren't at peace when they died by suicide, and chances are there's a sense of shock when they cross over, because they think they're going to be free of everything that they were trying to be free of, and that comes with them, except for that we're not suffering over there. It's just things they know they're going to need to work out, that their spirit needs to work out, and they're surprised that they feel like themselves, but without that deep depression, without that incredible heaviness. They are not suffering. They start to understand what was happening for them in their lives, all the reasons for things happening, past, present, and what would have been future. And they're very soothed by spirits and loved ones and angels and their guides. And they're very soothed over there as well. So they are at peace, but they have to come to that peace. They have to give themselves that peace as well. And that's true for us over here, isn't it? We have to give ourselves peace, because whatever anybody else thinks or whatever anything is happening, you have to find a way to give yourself peace. And there, I think you get a different kind of help than you get here, but you still get help because we're never alone.
Well, yeah, and I think it's important for people who are left behind to hear that, because it is so tough on people who are left behind. We're gonna yeah, it's got to be a very difficult thing. We're going to take a short break and let Jody catch her breath. Something that we've neglected to do is check out. We have a pumpkin cam, and we need to check it out and kind of see how the pumpkins are doing. So just bear with us a second. We have to check in on the pumpkins, and we'll be right back. Well, it appears that the pumpkins are fine.
They're doing well.
They're doing well. They're doing well. We just throughout the night we're a little tardy with it, but we're going to check back with the pumpkins and see how they're doing. We've gotten some reports lately, and just want to make sure they're okay. So we have to check in on them once in a while. So please do bear with us. And please, in chat, people have been really good about putting some questions up for Jody, and I really appreciate that, and I think that's really a great thing, and it's great to get your feedback and your thoughts on things. Jody, when people ask things of loved ones and things, is there ever a situation maybe people don't hear what they want to hear? Maybe they say, should I marry this person? And maybe they get feedback like, maybe not so much, or in career or whatever it might be. Do you find that sometimes that the loved ones maybe say the thing the person doesn't want to hear?
Absolutely, because they're going to speak the truth. That's the language there. They're speaking the truth. So when I'm doing a reading, I'm getting information that I'm just picking up that's being given to me. I'm picking up on information guides, my guides, and the person I'm reading, their guides. I can feel the angelic energy, and of course, those on the other side. It's not always, because it comes so fast, and I mean fast and furious. I can't always decipher who's saying what. I just get the information and put it together to say something. So oftentimes those on the other side come through in a very humorous way, and they'll make a joke about something, but they know on the other side that they're not supposed to share something that they're not supposed to share. It's not for them to share. We are here to learn, and they're not here to mess that up. When I do a reading and somebody says to me, should I marry this person? Should I divorce this person? Should I take this job? They pay me for that. So I open up to the information, but I also make sure that it's given in a way, because I could be misinterpreting it, that it's given in a way that is calm and open, and there's room for it. So if I get a very big no, I'll say I'm getting a really big no. Or if I'm getting a really big yes, I'll say I'm getting a really big yes. Or I'll say, and this happens a lot because it's the information I'm given, you already know the answer to that. Whenever you think of going and taking that job, don't you get this horrible feeling in the pit of your stomach? Haven't you been thrown up over it? My client's like, yeah. Well, that's your answer right there. There's your answer.
Actually, Maz Dojo, I hope I got that right, says this is a weird question. There are no weird questions. But do you see any difference in communicating with someone who has been cremated versus buried, such as does cremation affect the energy of those passed on? And what's kind of synchronistic here, we in the Harold household were recently talking about burial versus cremation. What are your thoughts, Jody?
I do not feel like there is a difference at all. The only thing that goes with that is how that person felt about cremation. So if that made them feel not restful, then they might say that I wish you would have, they might say, this is the picture I always had. I'm all right no matter what. So it's really the energy behind what that person would have thought. So I'm Jewish. Now it's changed. I know there are Jewish people that absolutely do cremate, but for when I was growing up, there was no cremation for Jews because of Hitler burning the Jews. So we weren't allowed to do that. And so people thought that their person would be not restful if they were cremated, but that wasn't true. It was us not feeling restful that impacted them because they want us to feel restful as well. So I do not believe it has an impact. I will say there are people that are killed in war and their loved ones want their body back because that brings closure and peace. And when we have closure and peace, they feel it and it helps them as well. When you pray, when you think of something positive, when you send a loving thought to anybody here right now and on the other side, everybody can feel it, maybe unconsciously, but we can all feel it. So everything is energy. So they're not, I don't feel like they're upset if they're not cremated or cremated. I feel like it matters to them how we feel about it.
Here's a question that I have. You know, a lot of people, and I've had a couple of these instances where I've felt that I've had an after-death communication, but it's always through like these indirect signs and kind of these weird coincidences and things. It's not one of those things where it's direct. Why don't our loved ones give us more direct messages? Why do they seem to be coded and hidden in signs and signals? Why don't they just come out and tell us? Is it difficult for them? Is it a matter of they want us to have faith? What are your thoughts?
That is a big sign. Those coincidences, that's how they reach us, through synchronistic events, through songs, through signs, through you're driving and there's right in front of you on the license plate is the initials of someone that you are missing. And you've been thinking about them all day. That is how they reach us, is through those numbers, symbols, and signs and dreams. That is because they don't have a voice box anymore. They don't have a body anymore. They can't come and say, I could use some of that homemade fudge you really love. But you might walk into a restaurant and they have a special right there about fudge. You might walk into the grocery store and guess what's on sale? Makings for fudge. You might talk to one of your kids and your kid said, I've been thinking about fudge all day long. That is a sign. Or through animals. Animals are another way. And I know I get excited about it because to me it's become more obvious, but that is a sign. That is how they reach you. And you know what? Besides, if somebody slipped you a letter and you thought it was from your loved one, you wouldn't believe it. You feel it. Pay attention to how you feel. When you feel warm inside, when you feel peaceful inside, when you feel maybe surprised, but it just feels right, that's them.
Yeah, that's something that I always wonder, because I think I've been blessed with a couple of messages, but I'm like, sometimes I don't know if others have this experience. Like, was that a message or is that just me piecing things together? But I think they were messages. They were kind of odd, indirect things, but a lot of coincidences.
When that happens, Jim, when you feel like you have a message, then say out loud or to yourself, because they can hear you. Yes, they can hear your thoughts. Say, I feel like this is you. And I would like to really have another sign that would confirm that. Could you do that? They'll do it. It might take a little bit of time because there's no time over there, but it might take an hour. It might take half a day. It might take 2 seconds. Ask them and they will supply another sign. Ask them.
MJ in our audience says he or she gets scared if she feels or he feels a presence. How do they work past that?
So I have to admit, if I'm writing and all of a sudden someone comes in the room, a deceased person just comes in the room, I feel a little scared too. Because wait, who is that? This is my house. Everything's locked up. My husband's upstairs asleep. My kids are all doing their thing. So that's normal to feel afraid. That's your internal alarm clock saying intruder alert. So you throw some white light around yourself. I like to say a prayer because I pray all the time. And then you see if you feel that it's different from you, but it's still okay, or it just feels like awkward and you wouldn't want to be with that person at a party. Then you say, take a blessing and leave. Throw some more white light around. It's your space. You get to own your own space. So it's okay to be afraid and it's okay to tell them to leave. And you can call on your angels and your guides for help as well.
Let's see. I'm trying to find. Yes. M. Vasquez from New York City said, "Could you help me how to learn to protect from attachments? I feel as though I'm getting lots of signs at this age, but I want to stay safe because I can fall into depressions."
Attachments meaning spirit attachments, I'm thinking that they're saying.
Yeah, I think that's what.
So there's energetic attachments too, and they're very similar. So my favorite thing to do with that is I like to vacuum. Imagine a wonderful vacuum that floats up in the air. You close your eyes and you imagine that vacuum sucks up everything that doesn't belong in, near, and around you. So thoughts that don't belong, old, maybe negative things that you were saying to yourself or you thought someone else was thinking, any kind of attachment has to leave when you do that. It's a beautiful way to do that. And then what you need to do is keep your energy clear and clean. So if you keep your thoughts bright, you work on keeping your thoughts as positive as possible, they won't be attracted to you to even pop on you. And great, if you know when they're there and they come to you, use that vacuum and do some sort of verbal, say something affirmative to yourself that keeps them away, because that way you're sticky for the good instead of sticky for the icky.
I like that.
I like that one when you do that, yep.
Mark wanted to know, I almost say I've never seen a ghost, but is it possible you see someone on the street pass by and you may be seeing a ghost unawares?
Yes, absolutely. You know, a lot of times you'll see right from the side, something will whip by. But yes, you know, it's interesting because it's just energy moving. It's just all energy, but absolutely that's possible.
I have to just take a pause and answer this question because it's cute and funny. Jim, where'd you get your jellyfish? Are they babies or grown-ups? They're fake. You can thank Dar. You can thank Dar for that.
I saw this question and I
Yeah,
was going
go
to
ahead.
ask it earlier when we were talking about angels. Anna was talking about why does she constantly see the numbers 1111, like 1111? I do that too, and I had heard that sometimes that's like your guardian angel reminding you that they're around. True, false?
Yes,
How's that work?
absolutely. So when you see that, it's a sign. They're also angel numbers, but it's a sign that what you're doing right now is what you exactly where you're supposed to be. And look to see what you were doing right before, because there's some sort of a higher consciousness coming into you through whatever you're doing. So it's a confirmation, an affirmation that you are where you are supposed to be and that your consciousness is growing. It's a wonderful sign. Anytime you see numbers, look up on the internet, get a good book, look to see what those numbers resonate for you in any of the descriptions. And if you keep seeing them in double, then it means it's double true, triple true.
Justin wants to know, Jody, and you're a great person to ask. I suspect I may be a smidge claircognizant. What advice would you give to newbies to help develop intuition and psychic abilities?
Ooh, I love the question. So, first of all, acknowledging the intuitive hits that you're getting is a very important thing to do, because when you acknowledge something, it grows. And so that means when you acknowledge something positive, it becomes bigger. If you're constantly looking at the negative, that's bigger too. So acknowledge those intuitive hits, use protection, use a white light, use a prayer, do something to keep yourself grounded to the earth and connected to that divine energy, and have boundaries. Know how you feel. As often as you can, check in with yourself, because when you know how you feel, the language of your intuition will become more clear. Because if you're cranky, then everything's going to be cranky. If you're in a good mood and all of a sudden you're not in a good mood and you just sat down next to somebody, well, maybe they're not in a good mood and you're picking up on it. It's not you, it's them. So that's how you keep your boundaries. The other thing is, just because you pick up on something doesn't mean that it's yours. You're interpreting it. It's all interpretation. You got to remember you're interpreting it. And it doesn't mean you're supposed to do something with it. So a lot of people say, my best friend started dating such a dud, and I just get intuitive feelings about it, and I need to tell them. No, you don't. That's not your business. If they ask you, it doesn't even mean it's your business. That's for them to work that out. However, if they say, money keeps disappearing from my wallet every time I'm around him, and I'm kind of starting to think it's true, it's him, then you could say, that makes sense. Say more about that. So just it really is a lot of common sense with intuition, although some of the stuff can blow your mind. It's all there for you to enhance your life and enhance your love and enhance other people's lives too, if you want to learn how to do that. But you have to have boundaries. So the best thing you can do is pay attention to how you feel and know how to ground yourself and use your boundaries.
I have a couple more questions for you. You've been so generous with your time, and you're great, and we really appreciate it. This is an interesting one. I think a lot of people grapple with this. Veronica wants to know, my dad was buried in Illinois. I live in Virginia. Do loved ones care if we're not able to visit their gravesite? I haven't been able to visit in the last 2 years due to COVID.
They don't care. Again, it's about what you think of it that matters for them the most. They don't care. They're not there. They're not there. They're with you. They're on the other side, and they're with you, because love never dies. It's the one thing that we take with us from this side over is our love. The love we feel for people, the love they feel for us, that stays with us. So they don't care. And if you want to be with them physically, like you want, some people like to feel that sort of what's left of their physical presence. Well, then if they love the water, go be near the water. And if they love to eat steak, go eat steak, or do something that makes you feel close to them through the things that they loved. The grave, it doesn't have the impact. That's for us here, so we can feel that connection. But you can feel it anytime you want. Your loved ones want you to know that they still love you and that they're still a part of your life. They have not completely disappeared. They've changed form. They can still hear you. They love you. If you're mad at them, they're okay with that because they want you to work that through, and they're trying to work it through. So it's all right. It's all right to miss that physical presence, and that's what you're missing. Go do something that they like to do, and you'll start to feel it.
And T. Filipponi has a tough one. This is a tough question. I'm still curious if, quote, bad people get to enjoy this afterlife. People like serial killers, psychopaths, etc. Do they become a different form of energy?
Well, they take their yucky energy with them. Is that just a Minnesotan thing to say yucky and icky? They take that energy with them, and it does get cleaned. It's a process. So here's the thing. And I've seen this since I was a little girl. I just knew it. And since I've been doing readings since I was a little girl and talking to dead people, I've heard it over and over and over again. There's like a big screen that you get to watch when you cross over. And it is a screen of your life. And you experience everything that you experienced as you go and watch it, but you experience it through the lens of how somebody else experienced you. So if you were an absolute delight in third grade and it impacted your teacher, you get to feel that, or the students. If you were mean and did spitballs all the time and were just a grouchy old meano, you experience how you humiliated those people in that way. If you were a serial killer, then the torment and the terror that the people that died at your hands, you feel it. And it isn't to punish you. It is so you learn what your actions cause, so your spirit will grow. So it's not like, oh gosh, there's just nothing equals and makes the scales even. That is part of how that happens. And the other part is, think about how happy you are right now. Think about how you go through your life and how you experience things. And some days more than others, obviously. When you feel in a good mood, your consciousness is higher, your vibe is higher, and you float in a better place. My understanding is that's what it's like over there too. So when you really feel joyful and your spirit is good and you're clean, you float higher. So you're not drifting around anybody that was a serial killer because your consciousness is different. So where your consciousness is, that's where you float, and it gets higher and higher over there. It is here that helps us go highest. and then we take that over there. Some people say, well, are my grandma and grandpa together? And let's say grandma and grandpa were very different and kind of didn't ever really get along. They can say hi to each other, but they might not be together, and that's all right. It's wherever their consciousness is.
That's a really interesting point, because I know Dar has talked about a similar scenario to that. So that when you said that's like ding, 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 ding,
Jody,
ding, ding, ding.
Jody talked to me about that, and it was spot on.
Yeah, ding, 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 ding. Well,
spot on.
Jody, you are awesome. You are the real deal. And the thing is that I'd love to have you, when you have time, I know it's a busy time, but when you have time, have you back just for a solo show with you and having this kind of format, because people obviously love to ask you questions. We got a ton of questions. Sorry, everybody, we couldn't get to them, but people can get in touch with you and your website and so forth. So tell them how they can do that.
So my website is theintuitivecoach.com. And I also have books. There are a lot of times in bookstores, but not all the time. And they're on Amazon, the Happy Medium book series. And I'm all over the internet I'm on Facebook and Twitter and all of that. That's how you can reach me, but mostly theintuitivecoach.com. And I'm on TV, and you can see those things too right on my website. And I love being here, and I love you guys. You have the best energy. I was looking forward to this. I'm hoping this stuff washes off. And it's been a blessing. And you guys all look fabulous.
Thank you. Thank you for making the sacrifice. Thank you so much. You are awesome. Have a good night. Happy Halloween.
Yes.
Take care. And thank you so much.
Stay spooky.
Bye-bye. Stay spooky. All right. Thank you, Jody. Bye-bye. Jody is awesome. That's all I can say. She's
She is.
awesome.
I always it's very, very weird. Even last year, every time she comes on, I get really emotional. Like I feel very emotional.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
can't
She's
explain
fantastic.
it. So she brings that out in me.
I want to take a moment to acknowledge a couple other fantastic people. And we have 3 fantastic other people on the screen, but 2 of them in this case, I want to point out. There's a show called Unpleasant Dreams.
Yay!
If you have not checked it out,
check it out.
Because the mistress of mischief,
Yes.
she should have said the master of writing, because she writes the shows, writes the articles they're based on. And Cassandra narrates, and they are both just doing a very, very fine job. I'm proud of both of them. And I chip in a little bit with editing, and they're just fantastic. And please acknowledge their work and do check out Unpleasant Dreams. You can find it at all the podcast apps. Just look for Unpleasant Dreams with Cassandra Harold, and it's terrific. And if I had not mentioned that, I would feel terrible. So I just wanted to make sure that I mentioned these guys are doing unbelievably great work, and the show should be a lot more popular than it is. And that's on me not marketing it well enough, but they are just doing a fabulous job.
Mandy's writing is just superb. Cassandra is narrating. Oh my gosh. It's just like a wonderful, wonderful duo.
Well done. So great job, guys.
Yes,
Thank
check
you
it
so
out,
much.
everyone. It's really, really, really good.
Unpleasant Dreams. So we've got to check out this. Let's go back to the pumpkin cam.
See, let's
again
check,
and
make
see
sure
if
they're
still there.
okay.
Let's see if they're still there. Looks like they're still there.
Thank goodness. They're doing okay.
Mistress of Mischief having a belt. Very good. The only reason I'm not is mine's empty. If there's only some way we could fix that.
I'm here.
Well, but we're going to cut away now. Something we've been so busy we haven't gotten to it, and we've got about 3 segments from it. Fantastic. Chad Lewis is an author. He put out a recent book on monsters of Wisconsin. Check it out. It's on Amazon and so forth. But he came on and talked to us about his favorite cryptid monster of Wisconsin. And here it is. So I got to put you on the spot. What's your favorite Wisconsin cryptid story?
My favorite creature in Wisconsin is Peppy, the lake monster of Lake Pepin. And not only do I love it because it has hundreds of years of sightings, it has a $50,000 reward being offered for its capture, but it really provides that opportunity to jump into the lake, and every little brush by a log or some algae on your legs is going to have your mind conjuring up images of that sea serpent grabbing you waiting to pull you under. And even if you don't believe in sea serpents, the lake is filled with a lot of other big fish, sturgeon, catfish, garfish. So there's just something unique about jumping in a lake that is thought to be inhabited by some leviathan of the deep.
So what is like the quintessential peppy account, the one that makes you go, ooh, there might be something to this?
So a few decades ago, a local girl and her brother were taking an advantage of the lake being off season. It's a very touristy location. So they were going to do some water skiing. So her brother's pulling her in the boat. She's on the skis and she dumps off. So he circles back around. And in the meantime, something brushes up against her in the water. And she sees this dark form that she said was bigger than the boat they had, which was about 19 feet in length. Something huge brushed by her. So as soon as he circled back, he sees that his sister's hysterical, yelling, "Get me out of the water. There's something in here." And he thought maybe it was a joke, but he saw the seriousness on her face and pulled her out. She told the story, and she vowed that she would never set foot in Lake Pepin again. To this day, she has not.
Are there any land-based, I'm sure there's land-based creatures in Wisconsin. Is Bigfoot a part of the picture?
We receive a lot of Bigfoot stories. As you can imagine, if you've never been to Wisconsin, the northlands of our state are heavily forested. We have a lot of forest land where if these creatures are flesh and blood, there's plenty of room for them to inhabit undetected. And we get a lot of reports, mostly from people who are not looking for it. They're not actively out searching for it. They just happen to be maybe driving home at night. They passed a bend in the road and they see something big dart across the road in a matter of a couple footsteps. And for all accounts, they think it's a Bigfoot or Sasquatch, 7 feet tall, heavily muscled, thick, matted down fur. And they really can't believe what they're seeing. So although most people think of Bigfoot sightings in the Pacific Northwest, we get dozens and dozens of them here in the Midwest as well.
Now, what's your perspective on Bigfoot? I mean, some people say, yeah, there's definitely something going on. Other people are not so sure. And I got to admit, I'm one of those people that goes, but I vacillate. I go back and forth. One day you'll ask me, and it's like, they've never found a body. And I know all the explanations for that, but I'm not buying it. But then the next day you'll talk to me and I'll remember that Patterson Gimlin film from 1967 that's been slowed down and stabilized and is very compelling. And then I think about the very credible people who tell these stories and these accounts. And then I'm like, yeah, there probably is a Bigfoot. So again, I kind of go back and forth hot and cold on it, I have to admit. Chad, what is your viewpoint on Bigfoot? Which way do you lean and why?
I'm right with you, Jim. I go back and forth. And the reason being is because I've talked to so many people who represent the entire spectrum of these odd sightings, where I've spoken with a man who was hunting in the Northwoods, looked in his scope, had a creature he thought was a Bigfoot beast right there in his scope. He was about to shoot it, but he thought, I don't know. What if this is a man in a suit or something and I get in a lot of trouble?
Yeah.
But he thought it was flesh and blood, the way it moved, the way it looked. He thought it would look just like a bear would be in the area. But then I also investigated this case where this family had a sighting with a strange Sasquatch type creature. And the young man who saw it at the time thought he was cursed from seeing it. They were native and their belief was that this was a bad omen. And sure enough, after his sighting, several weird misfortune, and death occurred. And that young man is now serving in prison, believing that he was cursed after seeing this creature, which he thought had supernatural powers to it, that it wasn't just some misplaced flesh and blood animal unknown to science, but there was something more maybe trickster or sinister to it than just a regular animal. So I'm with you. I go back and forth depending on the day that you ask me.
And that's a good question because I've always thought if this exists, it's a flesh and blood creature. I never even until I started doing these shows 16 years ago, I never even considered the possibility that it was like a spectral being or anything like that. Or we've done a show on quantum Bigfoot before, and this idea that it could pop in and out of realities. If Bigfoot does exist, where do you come down on it? Do you feel it's flesh and blood, or do you think that there may very well be kind of a spectral explanation?
This is the most confusing question, or maybe the most perplexing. I would probably lean to it has to be something more than flesh and blood. And there's just too many unsolved questions of why we don't have a body, why we don't have definitive DNA evidence. And people often make the example of, well, I've never found a bear carcass in the woods. Well, neither have I, but people have.
Right. That's my point. That's exactly my point.
In fact, I just saw last weekend a dead bear on the side of the road in the Northwoods. Someone had hit it and it was roadkill. And I've seen a few of those in my years here in the Midwest. And I just think that if there were these things, we would stumble across them. And people say, well, maybe they bury their dead. But again, what if they die alone? Can their dead find them before a hiker or a hunter? I don't know.
We're back. And somebody, a very nice person, brought us more refreshment. Thank you.
See, guys, that drink's super easy to make because I made it in the time. I was like,
oh, that's nice. Well, thank you so much. I very much appreciate it. Thank you.
Smack a little bit.
I'll give you my card.
Great.
I love my job.
You know that smacking Heath Ledger did?
Yeah.
That was because the prosthetics were annoying him so badly. So he kind of
we watched that movie the other night just for fun because we're going to be doing this. And what a shame. What a shame.
Cassandra loved that movie.
Oh, yes. No, I don't want to hate on it. It was a good movie.
But he was awesome in it. He was awesome.
He was really fantastic.
What a shame.
I just can't get over the stereotypical Batman voice.
I'm Batman.
Makes it a little hard to take it seriously.
You know, there's been some reports in the neighborhood, so we got to check back on our pumpkins. So let's see what's going on. Oh, snap.
Oh, no.
Someone took the pumpkins. Oh man. I don't know.
An international tragedy.
We have to look into that. You know, they took the one. I hope the other one's okay. We'll have to check back into it.
You know, speaking of pumpkins, somebody in the chat was talking about their pumpkins all rotted before Halloween. And you know what? We had that outside. We had a couple pumpkins outside for decoration. They rotted. It was so unusual. I don't know if it was because it was really warm this year or
they rotted, except for those two. But now we're down to one. So I don't know what we're gonna do.
I don't know.
What's gonna happen? Well, you know, I drink to that. You know, when you have a problem, well, you shouldn't say that, but if you want a little refreshment,
that's news to me.
If you want a little refreshment, nobody better than Dar Harold.
You better stop having refreshments.
Enough refreshments.
The mistress of mischief is laughing up there at me. Dar is going to show us how to have what I probably need next, a non-alcoholic drink, and here she is.
Hey, happy Halloween, everyone. Woo! Are we in the spirit? It's getting close, or maybe it's here, depending on when you're watching this. You know what? We always like to have a cool drink to go along with the festivities. We make all kinds of fun little food and appetizer to be in the theme of Halloween, but sometimes we want a drink too. So sometimes we also don't want alcohol. So if you're into like a mocktail or something that's non-alcoholic, this is a really pretty drink to look at and kind of serve guests that come over, or maybe just for yourself to make yourself happy. Why not, right? So this is a layered drink. It's called Candy Corn Punch. It is from a website. I'm going to give credit to High Heels and Grills. I found it on their website, and I thought it was really cool because it's a layered drink. Okay, I am bad at layered drinks. I tried it this summer and 4th of July to make like a patriotic one. Did not go well. Here's the concept. Maybe I wasn't fully aware of this summer, but I am now, thanks to High Heels and Grills. The highest sugar content should be at the bottom of your glass, and then you go up from there, and that will help you create the layers. So there we go. So what you always want to do is check the content on your ingredients when you're layering a drink. So for this candy corn punch, and it will look like a candy corn, you need a nice glass. They used a mason jar, which was really kind of cool. I probably should get one of those, but we have just a regular little stemless glass. I have a measuring cup, Orange Crush or orange soda. We happen to have Sunkist here. We have Gatorade, yellow Gatorade, and Vitamin Water Zero lemonade. And we're going to go ahead and try to do this. There is a trick to this. Keeping fingers crossed. We want to start with our glass, and we want to make sure we get some ice in it. And you want a lot of ice. You want to fill it up. Fill it to the top there. Okay, so we have our glass with ice, and now we want to take our liquids and find the one that has the most sugar. So we're going to start with the orange soda. It has 27 grams. Yeah, warning, this is very sugary. So keep that in mind if you're having a non-alcoholic one tonight, that this is kind of a high sugar one, but it looks pretty. So we'll give it a pass. It gets a pass for that. So you go ahead and pour. You want about a 1/3. So you can use a measuring cup. I kind of like to eyeball. So you got 1/3 of your glass should be that. Now the key to doing this and making sure that you layer it appropriately is that you have to pour so slowly. So you could do that over the back of a spoon, or you could just make sure you're pouring on an ice cube very slowly. So if we do this correctly, it should be a layer, okay? So we got to go very, very slowly. And we have to pour over the ice cube. We have a little bit of a layer there. I have to get better with this. All right, and then we, again, over the ice cube, very slowly, our last layer. This has no sugar. So the effect should be that you have a layer drink that kind of looks like candy corn. It's not too bad. We could have done a little bit better probably with the yellow, but I can see the layers, and there you go. And that's all there is to it. You don't need to mix anything. There you go. You have a festive little candy corn punch for the folks that are coming over to celebrate Halloween with you. So I hope everyone out there has a safe, happy one, and enjoy.
Well, there you have it. There you have it.
Actually, after drinking it, it wasn't really that sweet. I think the ice helped dilute it a little bit, and the vitamin water being on top that didn't have the sugar was a good balance. So.
Yeah, and I think Ernesto said, "What? I don't like candy corn, but this
I hate candy
corn. The drink is really good. It just tastes like orange and lemon. It is not."
I will stand up for candy corn here, by the way. Candy corn's amazing.
Oh, the mistress of mischief has to get involved with the candy corn.
Yeah, excellent. Well, I want to say something real quick while I'm handing out compliments. Dar is incredibly talented, and let me tell you this. We have been talking for some while of her doing another project. We did Soulmate Stories together and did the paranormal quiz. And I definitely think she needs to do something in the content area. And we did this today. And after about a minute, I'm like, you need to be doing this, because not only you have no way of knowing this other than looking at me, but she's a fantastic cook. And I would like her to start doing some cooking videos on YouTube. Put in the comments if you think that's a good idea, because I can tell you she does a great job. She's a natural on camera because she's a speech therapist in telepractice. So she's basically performing all day for the kids and trying to get them engaged and teaching them and so forth. And it translates very well to the camera, I think. So if you guys agree, put it in the comments. Let her know, because she doesn't believe me, but I'm right.
I do not. I have
So,
50 bucks on this that I'm
and
right.
EL says I'm all in, and yes, that'd be awesome, and that's a fantastic idea. Yes, Dar, so cool. Do it, do it.
Am I losing money on this?
Okay. You already lost the money. Look at all the equipment around this room.
There we go.
Might as
It's
well
a
put it to
business
work.
expense.
Yeah, yes.
That's a
Yes,
gift I got
yes.
Jim last Christmas. We got him a glass etched, and it says it's a business expense.
By the way, somebody asked about, are those baby jellyfish? I don't know if I addressed this earlier.
You did.
Yeah, but I will again. They're fake. But please, Dar, love it. Yes, do it. Go for it. Yes, yes, and yes. I love Dar. I love the podcast. You two
There's
together.
Susie Q had a question earlier that we missed because it was for Cassandra, which I thought was
Okay.
good, and she
Sure.
wants to know if we're her parents, us, if we're really scary in real life.
Not as much as you'd think. No.
I can be scary if I get angry. It's like not scary, like I'm gonna just Maddie saw that today. But we were
Yeah,
putting
Maddie got
together
to see a family fight.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm gonna do it my way. It's my show.
I have an
I don't know who said that.
Family
But
fights aren't so
somebody said that. I can't remember who that was. Awesome, Dar. Two of my sisters are speech therapists.
Oh my God, awesome.
Love it. Yes, a cooking show with Dar. I need this in my life. Great idea. Go, Dar. I want Jim.
Why so serious?
Why so serious? It's more of a Jack Nicholson, but we'll take it. Dar is very likable. I think so. Cassandra's here. And Natalie too. She's not here, but she should start her cooking show on YouTube. Yes, Dar, she is Italian. Yes, yes, please do cooking shows. Do it. So you get the point. So do it.
I just lost 50 bucks.
There you go. Now, I'd love to prattle on here, but I feel a responsibility. We need to check in on the pumpkins because we're pumpkin.
One is missing, so we've got a big problem.
So let's see what's going on. Let's see what's happening. Here's the pumpkin can.
This is deeply troubling.
No more pumpkins.
Sorry, Cassandra, your pumpkins
So
are
my mom and I, we spent a good chunk of today carving.
For nothing. For nothing.
The Oogie Boogie pumpkin, that's a shout out to Nat Harold, my sister, who was not present at the moment, but that was her design. Even though she's away at college, I carved it for her. And then the Star Trek
sweet.
one, Star Trek was mine, repping the original series, just started season 3.
Yeah.
I'm watching too.
Yeah. Dara's like, I don't like Star Trek.
I was always a Star Wars, the wars versus the Trek. I was always Star Wars, always, but I think I've switched to the other side.
Why not both?
Yeah,
No, I do like
series
both. I
too.
like
That's
Star
the
Wars.
original series.
The original, yes, I do. Well, there we go.
Spock. But actually, I will say one thing. I saw now some people have given heat to Shatner about going to space, but I saw him when he came off the capsule or whatever they call it these days. The kids call it these
Is that
days.
what we're calling it?
Well, they called it the capsule in the '60s, but that was.
Oh no, I just
I'm a
thought
child
this
of
had
the
such a
30s.
unique shape that we're.
But oh yeah, well let's not talk about.
No, we're not
how
going
it's,
there.
assembled
We're
in.
family friendly.
But anyhow, the point is that he really had some profound thoughts. Now, again, part of me thought, he's an actor. He's, people joke, but he's a good actor. So did he memorize it? But it was very poignant, and it kind of got me a little choked up there. But anyway, be that as it may, I want to talk about Maddie a little bit because Maddie never says a lot, but she does a ton. And my computer just wanted to go to sleep on us and turn off. So good thing that didn't happen. But Mistress of Mischief, explain to people if they don't understand what you do, which is kind of like everything. Tell us what you do.
I mean, everything's pretty all encompassing.
Yeah.
Other than writing for Unpleasant Dreams, I research the guests and I contact the guests and I book the guests. And I organize the campfire people and I notify the campfire people and I do anything else Jim needs me to do.
So if you like our shows, yeah, sure. Thank you for thanking me. But thank Maddie too, because I couldn't do it without her. She does just a fantastic job. She's like my right hand. So I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure that she knows that, and everybody else knows that she's fantastic. And as T says, you're great. So thank you
Aw,
so
thank
much.
you.
Now I got to take care of this because it's come up a couple times. C Banana, and we would never ignore somebody with a name like C Banana. We need a spooky shout out for Brad, Saul, and Joe, please. So Brad, Saul, and Joe, stay spooky. There you go. Let's see. T says, "Hey Maddie, you're great. Maddie is a true goddess. We love you, Maddie. Maddie works so hard. That's true.
She
Kudos
does.
to Maddie. Maddie is the glue that keeps it all together. You are awesome, Maddie, and so sweet to the guests. So true. All
Yes.
true. So I just want to make sure because she stays in the background, and we just want to let her know and let you know how important she is to everything. And Christopher says you are all a great team with interesting content, and I hope we're kind of just getting started. I feel that we're incorporating everybody more. I want to make it a little wider than just about me. Although I still love it when you say nice things about me. But the point being, I want to make it broader. So that's what we're trying to do, and we're going to continue that into 2022. Speaking of make it broader, I want to add a couple people in, a couple of our super fans. Doug and Spooky Sandy. Spooky Sandy, I love that hat. Where did you get that hat?
I got it at Michael's Brothers.
Oh, nice.
It's 50% off. So yeah.
All the better.
I'm all for a good buy.
Love a good sale.
Love a good sale, baby.
The Joker loves a good bargain.
God.
Well, Doug, you were on earlier. You didn't get the T-shirt, but I wanted to say hey and bring it back on because I know you wanted to bring back on. What is your favorite topic of the paranormal?
Doug did get the T-shirt.
Oh, let's see.
Or he did get the
Can you-
T-shirt.
He did get the T-shirt.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's because we couldn't see you, so I got a little confused. It's this super juice over here.
Can you see me now?
I can see you loud and clear.
Electrolytes.
Okay, you got me both.
So Doug, you got the T-shirt. So back to you, the question: what's your favorite topic in the paranormal?
Oh man, there's let's see, kind of hard to pick one, but anything to do with being able to communicate with those on the other side. I know my dearly departed first wife has been making herself quite known around here, and I feel a compulsion maybe to look at a clock at any particular time, and it would say 12:20. Well, that just happens to be our anniversary, December 20th.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And and it's happened more often than chance. I for a while there when it first started, it was like every day or even more than once a day. I felt the compulsion. Well, at least every 12 hours, when 12:20 would show up on the clock. But one time I was in a certain store shopping and picking up some oil, and I said, God darn, I'm hungry. What the heck time is it? And I pull out my phone and 12:20.
Wow.
And she appeared in my dreams a few times too. Left me messages, and one time I seen she actually was visible in a dream 10 minutes after I fell asleep. And as soon as the occurrence was over, I got up and I looked at the clock again, and it was just 10 minutes after falling asleep that this all happened.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, it's that's got to be a very difficult situation, but very heartwarming that you're getting these signs. That these things are happening. So I really wish you the best, and very sorry for your loss. But it's heartwarming to know. I do believe our loved ones are there for us. I mean, I've said it on the show, and this is kind of if somebody could say, what would you want heaven to be? I'm going to tell you exactly what I want it to be. I don't even know if I've told you this, Dar. I would like to, after you go through the life review and the tunnel and meeting the big guy and all of that stuff, or big gal, what I would like to do is basically have a family picnic. And I would like to be able to sit with my mom and my aunts and my uncles and my father-in-law in like a big field, like it sounds silly, like at a pavilion or something, and literally have like a family picnic with all the people that have gone before. That would be my idea of heaven. I'm even like saying this getting a little bit choked up, but it's true. That's to me, that would be the greatest thing, just to be able to sit down and talk. And you've got eternity, so if you wanted to talk 50 or 75 years with a favorite uncle, you could do that and then go on to the next one. So they often say that the idea, some people say that heaven is what you want it to be. So if anybody up there is listening and, whenever I shuffle off this mortal coil and you want to know what Jim Harold's design on heaven is, that's where I want to be. I want to have that picnic pavilion and I want to be with my family and my friends and just shoot the bull and spend some special time together. That's my idea of heaven. And I like your friend there, Doug.
Yes. This is my Hollywood buddy. A Halloween buddy.
Yeah.
This is a 1960s original.
Oh, wow.
You know what? Actually, it reminds me because my parents were the kind of folks that would buy a decoration and never get rid of it.
Yeah.
And we had something like exactly
I had one of those. Is it a bucket?
It's my bucket, my candy bucket.
That's what I had.
They came with a black plastic strap on it at first. Well, they broke off. This is this shoestring that my mother tied to it so that I could continue, using it for Halloween. And I never changed it. I keep it around. I throw my little doodads and odds and ends in there for computer work in here. So it's been holding my what do they call it? My marker pens, like crying out loud! I can't think of it now. When you fix a trace on a circuit board, what do they call that?
Soldering?
Oh, I used to know what that was, but I can't remember. Maybe it's this.
Have another vampire's kiss, Jim.
Well, anyway, they're silver pens. I throw those in there. I had a magnifying glass, an old video camera, the camera for the computer that was stuck in there. All the little things that I wanted to hold on to. That's what his job is these days. I haven't gone out. Trick or treating for a while.
It's great to have something from your childhood. You probably can't see it. Well, I'm going to duck down. The oldest possession I have had it since I was a baby. I'm going to duck down, look over my head, see if that pig there.
Pop your big picture up there if you can.
Blue pig.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That is a piggy bank that I got when I was a baby. And I said, I'm going to put it on the set because it's been with me all the way. So through everything, everywhere, every change. And it's going to be with me as long as I can have it. So it's the blue pig. He's still here. He's still here for me.
Through the drive-by and everything.
Yeah,
it just popped in my head. A conductive pen. Jeez.
Oh.
There you go. There you go. Well, Doug, I want to thank you for joining us tonight, and you stay spooky and take care. And thank you for sharing that very poignant story with us. You have a good night, sir.
Yes.
And we'll get that T-shirt along to you.
Happy
Well, I'll
Halloween.
remember to send my size to you this time. I keep forgetting to do that.
Well, we'll get it squared away. Maddie, as always, will be in touch and take care of it because I know she's always so on top of that stuff. Thank you, Doug. Have a great night. Happy Halloween to you, sir.
Happy Halloween, you guys.
You too.
Happy Halloween.
There's Spooky Sandy, our buddy. How long have you been listening, Sandy? It's got to be at least since 2007, 2008.
Well, I think I found your show about 6 months after you started.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So I don't know when I came on to do, I think the infamous Bull Moose store. I think that was the first one I did there, but because I had to work up some courage. But yeah, so like I just happened to find you like almost as soon as you started, and it was really fluky too because I had I never even thought of podcast, but for some reason I just typed in paranormal podcasts and there you were.
I was thinking about you this week, and I'm going to really date myself now. But although when I was young, I used to date myself, I couldn't get a date. No, never. No.
But I'm bummed.
Ew, hiss.
Till Dar came along. But anyway,
Dar came along.
Anyway,
Her
the
his
point
good
being,
friend.
does it, you remember Merv Griffin, right?
Of course, yes.
Well, Merv Griffin had a super fan that came to every show,
Oh God, yeah.
and her name was Mrs. Miller.
That's right, Mrs. Miller.
And I only mean it in the kindest way. And I actually meant to message you this week and say, you are going to be there Saturday, aren't you? You are my Mrs. Miller.
Oh, thank you. I take that. I
mean that in the greatest way.
No,
It's like if we did this and you weren't here, I would feel like, well, this is not one of our parties because Sandy's not here.
Well, if I pass on somewhere, I'll come as a ghost.
You do that. You make sure to do that. 'Cause we need to have you as a part of this show. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for everything, and good to have you. Do you have any words of wisdom for our audience before we bring in our guest here shortly?
Well, I don't have a whole lot of words of wisdom. I really appreciate what everybody does here because it really, especially during the COVID times, it really filled a void, if you know what I'm saying, because I couldn't see any family. So you're kind of my other paranormal family. And so that was really wonderful. And Cassandra, I think you're doing a great job.
Thank
I'm
you.
amazed at your voice. I mean,
Isn't she good?
Beautiful. Yes.
Thank you.
It's fantastic. And of course, Maddie, who does everything, and then Dar, who keeps everybody's butts in gear. Somebody's got to do that. But other than that, everybody send out as much love and light as you can because the world needs it. It's sick with a climate crisis, and we have a lot of things we have to take care of. So we have to be a light like Jody. I mean, what a woman.
She's great. She's great. And you're great too, Sandy. And thank you so much for everything. Thank you so much. And we'll catch you at the holiday party, right? We're going to do a holiday party. So you're going to be there too. You have to find a Christmas tree hat.
I already have one, honey.
Oh, there you go. See, always prepared. Always be prepared.
Always be.
Happy Halloween, Sandy.
Halloween.
Thank you.
Halloween.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Sandy's great. Yeah, she's really a member of the family here of what we do. We've got S.K. Andrews coming up. She's a great blogger and author. But first, I want to go back. We had opportunity to talk with Chad Lewis, who is the great cryptozoologist and researcher. And we have a couple more segments from him. So I'm going to sneak one in real quick before we get to SK. So here he is, Chad Lewis. What is your all-time favorite cryptid story, do you think? Or your all-time favorite cryptid? Anywhere.
Well, today, 2021, October, Halloween, it is the Wendigo, without a doubt, especially as the winter starts to settle in. The Wendigo, the most terrifying legend ever to set foot in North America. And if any of your listeners are even remotely familiar with the legend of the Wendigo, they will probably know the story of Swift Runner, who was a Cree native indigenous man up in the Alberta, Canada area. And he ended up going crazy and murdering and eating his entire family. But I had been studying his story, his legend, for a decade and a half. But it wasn't until I was up in northern Canada at the location where this sinister crime took place that the entire emotional wallop of the entire story just came over me. And it was really a strange sensation because for 20 years, I've been researching stories of serial killers, mob hits, untimely accidents, all these things that equate to haunted locations. So I thought I was kind of immune to all of these stories. But as I stood up there staring at the vast wilds of Canada and just knowing that it came down to Swift Runner and his last son, who had been forced to eat all of his other family members as Swift Runner killed them one by one, my mind drifted to what that boy must have thought. Here he was, 7, 8 years old. The only protector in the world in the winter was his father, but yet he had to have known he was next. But he couldn't do anything. He couldn't run into the snow. He'd die for sure. But just that mental state of mind he must have been in. And that sticks with me. Even now, it's been 2 years since I was there. When the winds blow in the crisp winter here of Wisconsin, I still get chills about standing there where Swift Runner was.
So how does the Wendigo, how do they manifest themselves?
That's the terrifying part. They can come at you as a flesh and blood monster, and they're always reported to be very tall, gaunt, skeletal, really thin, ashy skin pulled tight over its muscles. Sometimes it doesn't have any mouth or lips because it has this insatiable hunger for human flesh. Oh. And when humans aren't around, it devours itself. It can be as big as it wants, from 8 feet tall to reports of it being taller than the highest trees. So it can come and eat you, devour you, kill you. And for me, that's scary. But even scarier is the fact that it can possess you. Ooh. And slowly turn you into a Wendigo. And we have hundreds of cases where people killed one another because they thought that person was turning Wendigo or going Wendigo. Oh, and in fact, many of these victims who believed they were turning into a Wendigo begged to be killed rather than suffer that fate.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What legend and lore. Now, if you go outside of North America, who would be your favorite kind of international cryptid, or one maybe that we don't think about over here in North America, because we have listeners all over the world and viewers. So one that comes to mind?
Central and South America, one of the most obscure and weirdest legends is of a creature called the Tata Duende.
Oh, yes.
And most accounts, it varies from city to city, from country to country, even from family to family. But most accounts tell of this diminutive creature, somewhere between 3 and 4 feet tall, looking very much human, but it's backward footed. Its feet are twisted backwards so no one can track it, even though everyone knows the legend of its feet being backwards. And in the jungles, in the heavily forested areas, they believe that this thing serves as a protector of the jungle, the forest. So if you go into the woods and you're disrespectful to the forest spirit, this thing will come and grab you and pull you into its lair, and you'll never be heard from again. And I remember we were going to this, what would be considered like a national park here in the States. It's just a wild, vast jungle area. And I was talking to a park ranger there. And I said, I'm going to look for the Tata Duende stories. And he looked at me as though I was crazy. He said, what are you doing? We stay away from those things. Crazy American don't do it. And he had his own story. So I'm about ready to head into the jungle for a huge expedition. And he's telling me that when he was a younger boy living in the area, he was playing in his backyard with his friends when all of a sudden on the edge of the forest, they saw this little man beckoning toward them to come with him. And he was singing like a weird song. And the young boy started walking toward him almost as though he was in a trance. And then all of a sudden, his mother yelled out the back door, supper time. And the boy snapped out of it, came running back to his mother with tears in his eyes, claiming that the duende was trying to lure him into the woods. And of course, the mother shut the door very quickly and got away. And that's the type of warning he was giving me, saying, no, don't. This is dangerous. And I think it illustrates how the rest of the world views these legends. Here in the United States, they're all fun. We have the Bigfoot on our beef jerky commercials, right, and all of that. But over there, they're still cautionary tales. They're still meant to keep people from going to these areas for their own safety.
And if you think about it, the people elsewhere might be a little bit smarter than we are to take some of these things seriously. What is So there you have it. Chad Lewis, he's fantastic and really very energetic and really
Yes.
good.
Interesting to listen to. Yeah.
And the thing is that he would have loved to have been live, but he had a previous commitment, and he was so gracious to just take time and do this. So make sure you check out his books, Chad Lewis. He's online. He has one more segment coming up, which we're going to get in, but really great stories about cryptids. If you like cryptids, he's a great guy to go with by all means. So, and by the way, guys, I'm getting a little bit of feedback now, so I don't know if anybody's turned up their mics or something, but we're getting a little bit here. Jennifer wanted to add, Jim looks like a cross between the Joker and the poor panda that met its demise in Tropic Thunder. So there you go.
Oops.
There you go. There you go. And also, Arwen, where did you get that crown? It's so pretty.
As you can see, I'm struggling a bit with it right now. But no, I found it online. It's actually a wedding headpiece by nature, but I think it makes a lovely elf crown as well.
Very nice, very nice. So actually, Joey made a great note here. Top Drawer Show. Let's not forget to elbow drop the like button. So yes.
What do they say?
Subscribe to the
Smash.
subscribe. Yeah, smash that like button.
Smash.
Subscribe so you'll never miss another video. So thank you, Joey. I really appreciate it. Mary says, I'm really enjoying this show. So interesting and fun. And we're going to make it more fun now by joining in with SK Andrews. So glad to have her.
Yay! Ooh, look at that.
How are you doing? Now that is,
Woo!
yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Now that
there's
is,
a drink that I can get behind.
and she was been here for the whole time. She came in early to say hi. So I really appreciate it, SK. And thank you for featuring us on your blog. And tell everybody about what you do in regards to the paranormal and the supernatural.
Well, I'm a fiction writer, a paranormal writer, and gosh, I look kind of grainy. Let me make this smaller. Anyway, so yes, I have an announcement, Jim. Just 2 days ago,
oh, good.
I signed a contract for a new ebook with the Wild Rose Press, which is my publisher. And it's called A Kelly Society Christmas. And the Kelly Society is the fictional name of the paranormal cleansing team that my heroine, Vivian Kelly, is the head of and founder of. And she is a modern day psychic / Celtic warrior woman. Because in her past life, she was Boudica, Celtic warrior queen. And that power her Celtic power comes into her modern day life. So very excited about that. That's a smaller ebook, but she has to fight Krampus, the Christmas demon, who believes that her cute little surfer boy teenage friend, who's the barista at her coffee shop in her little town of Half Moon Bay, California, stole a toy, which he didn't, and he's about to drag him to hell for all eternity. So, besides buying the Christmas tree and making Christmas, dinner and getting presents and everything, she has to try to save her friend from the Krampus Christmas demon. It's very cheeky and fun and, thoughtful as well and scary. And it's coming out soon.
And also tell us about your website. You do a lot of stuff on your website and you featured us, as I said, and thank you for that. But tell us about that as well. There you go. SKandrews.com. I should have actually put that up on the lower third.
Oh, no, that's okay.
But
I always have the sign
ready. Got the best of me.
That, that Wendigo story was so frightening. I need a drink first.
There you go. Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway.
I already took mine, so.
Yes. I'm sorry. What was the question?
The question was, tell us about your website.
Okay, yes. SK Andrews. I have a monthly newsletter that comes out on the first of every month, just once a month, telling about what is happening in my paranormal fiction writing. The first book, which is the one book right now published in paranormal fiction that's featured on there, is Bay of Darkness.
Very
so
cool.
That's SK Andrews. And as you know, in the month of October, every October, it's my third year doing it. I do the 31 Days of Halloween with the Kelly Society. Again, the Kelly Society being the paranormal fiction, paranormal cleansing team. that is in my books. And I had this wonderful woman named Cassandra Harold on the blog post recently. And, for Unpleasant Dreams, a great new podcast. Of course, Jim, I had you last year. And no, just a shout out, I said this in the post, you have Cassandra, you have such a rich, captivating voice, and the lyrical and compassionate writing of Maddie, it's very powerful. And it's so funny because I listened to your storytelling, and the recent one was the mysterious death of Edgar Allan Poe. By the way, I'm supposed to be Audrey Hepburn from Breakfast at Tiffany's. This is Audrey Hepburn right here.
Oh,
This is Audrey Hepburn. This is Audrey Hepburn.
So sweet.
And the other cat, her sister is named Vivian Lee, my two favorite actors.
Oh, I love that.
How neat is
I have
that?
a theater degree. So anyway, I'm writing right now. So, excuse me. Loved Unpleasant Dreams. And I also featured Jody Levon this year, who you just had on my blog post. And she was very, forthcoming with I like to ask the question, Jim, what is it about the paranormal and mystical realm when you get up in the morning that keeps you riveted? What is it that fascinates you about the paranormal realm? And all of your answers are so incredible. Last year I had Scared to Death podcast.
Yeah. Lindsay and Dan Cummins. Yeah.
Lindsay and Dan Cummings, they answered the questions too, and I had them on my blog post. And it's just incredible for me to hear your answers.
Yeah, well, it's so funny you mentioned that because I was going to ask you the same question. What area of the paranormal and the supernatural personally, not professionally as much, but personally fascinates you the most and kind of got you in all of this?
Well, I'm going to tell you because something happened to me paranormally just 2 nights ago. I told Maddie that I'm going to share this. If, right now I'm still doing a day job in an office, which I'm glad to do, by the way. I mean, hey, bless, all of us creative people. If you're another paranormal writer out there or actor or, investigator of paranormal, whatever it may be, podcaster, bless your day job because it helps you pay the bills and helps you do your creativity. And then one day the creativity will take over. That's my little, pep talk to myself and all of us. And Audrey knows that I'm here because she was in the other room. And then when I started talking about the show,
that's okay. Everybody wants to get in on the act. I think Jimmy Durante said that. Dating myself again. But go ahead.
So anyway, if, again, bless my day job, but I have some issues right now at the current one. So if that was my reality, if the boring office job was my only reality, Lord help us all. Okay. So the paranormal, not the scary part of the paranormal, but the inspiration, angels, light, love, and the joy we have just being with each other, even through the pandemic type of thing. And Jim, Sandy mentioned that you helped me get through the pandemic too with all your wonderful podcasts and YouTube shows. That just inspires me and fills me with light and joy. And that is what, keeps me riveted about the paranormal. So can I tell you real quick what happened?
Sure.
So, pardon me. I'm losing my, I was, the other weekend, I was just like washing the dishes, and I joined a YouTube show. I'm a Patreon of Christine McConnell. Your listeners might know of her. She had a Netflix show 2 years ago in October called The Curious Creations of Christine McConnell. She's this incredible craftswoman and baker and this and that. And so I'm a Patreon of hers, and she was doing a craft along making a Halloween like spider. So I had it on my little Chromebook in my kitchen on the table. I have a pub table in the kitchen. I'm washing the dishes, watching her thing, because I'm not very crafty. I can write and act and sing and stuff, but I can't do crafty stuff. So anyway, I am watching her, and I had some fake flameless candles and a few Halloween tchotchkes around my Chromebook. And I even have proof of this because I took a picture and put it on Instagram. I thought, it looks really cute the way I've set up the little craft along on the YouTube show with my little candle, fake candles and some Halloween stuff. So my sister called me. My cell phone was all the way in the other side of the apartment. So I ran over. I pick up my cell phone, but I'm saying hi, blah blah blah, and I want to find my, the earbuds with the wires, right? Okay, not the ones, not the AirPods, but the earbuds with the wires. Sorry, other way around. I wanted the AirPods because I'm washing the dishes, blah blah, right? So I keep them in a cubby hole in my grandma's desk that I inherited, a wooden desk. So I'm looking through there and it's not there. I always keep it there. And I only use them in the apartment when I'm walking around. Okay. So I come into this office and I'm looking over here and I'm holding the phone and I'm like, okay, I can't find them. I'll get them later. So then I go in my purse, I get the wire ones, right? Connected to the phone because I don't want to hold the phone by my face. Walk back into the kitchen where I just was, and I was at that table for 2 hours straight, watching the craft along, doing dishes, whatever. The AirPods were sitting right in the middle of the table. They were not there. They were not there before. And again, I have proof because I had just taken a picture of the table for Instagram, and I'd been there for 2 hours straight, no AirPods. And I was a little nervous at first. I'm like, oh my God. And then I just said, thank you to whoever, I didn't know if it was a guardian angel or my grandma or my mom, but someone put those AirPods on my table and they were not there.
It's interesting because that reminds me, and this has been coming up a lot on Campfire, and I don't know if anybody in the chat has experienced this.
Is it Jot?
Jot.
Could it be Jot?
Could it be Jot? It's Jot. Mary Rose Barrington. I feel so badly because this poor lady, and she was elderly, quite elderly. I think she might have been in her 90s, passed away a year or two ago. But we've gotten these influxes of calls on the Campfire for Jots, just one of those things. Times when things appear in strange places where they should not be. You put something in the middle of the table, you go back, it's not in the middle of the table, you come back 5 hours later, it's in the middle of the table. And that it has kind of like it's jumping, I don't know, it's like a physics thing or a supernatural thing. But she wrote a book about it called Jot, and we've been having so many reports of that. And I just wish she had seen, I mean, not that Campfire is a huge show, but to know that people are resonating with her work and really seeing this phenomena in their daily lives. I just every time somebody reports, it's like, oh, I wish. And I only interviewed the lady one time, but I felt kind of bad about it. Chakova said, and Chakova used to always be on our Paranormal Quest. So, hey, Chakova, is Chakova from Schenectady? Am I remembering right or am I off? But anyway, Chakova, hello. Nice to see you again after all this time. And here, Camille says, it almost happened to me and my mom. It would be weeks and boom, it's back. Ernesto says, like the caller that kept finding money in places he needed it most. And Chakova said, yes, Schenectady. This didn't totally rule the day, did it? Yeah, it's really, I think there's really something to it. I think there's something to it. So SK, if people want to go and they want to find out everything you do, whether it's the books, the website, everything you do, where could they go?
Well, to skandrews.com. I'm going to be obnoxious and show it again.
No, please get it over in the frame where we can see it. In fact, I'm gonna bring it full screen so we can see it. Yeah, that's good.
There we
right
go.
there, we can see it there.
skandrews.com.
Excellent.
There's
skandrews.com.
And you know what, Jim, you know what I'm going to have to do now that the, I don't know when a Kelly Society Christmas will be published precisely. I don't know if it'll make December this year, but I'm going to have to start, besides the 31 days of Halloween, I'm going to have to do the 25 days of Christmas blog posts to promote that book. And you know what it'll be? Each day will be, what can I do today to keep Krampus away? And it'll be like a cheerful Christmas thing, like bake some cookies or do a Dar Christmas cocktail.
Hey, there we go.
There you go. We did an interview on Krampus 2 or 3 years ago on Krampus. And I kind of like certain Christmas shows that I kind of do a best of because there's not a lot of paranormal Christmas books and things out there. We did a great interview with the late great Rosemary Ellen Guiley on Christmas Angels, and then this one about Krampus. So we'll be repeating that, because I thought, if folks can run Frosty the Snowman for 50 years, why can't I run these great interviews? And we always try to introduce more as we find new things. But as Maddie can attest, every year we say, let's find some holiday stuff. And it's kind of like, Maddie, it's kind of like a needle in a haystack, isn't it? It's not particularly easy, is it?
They don't bring out many new Christmas things, to my surprise.
Yeah. So yeah, please keep us updated with that, SK. Thank you so much. You were so kind to join us. We'd had a little, and it was totally my fault, a little miscommunication. So you came on. I mean, you look fantastic, Audrey.
Oh, thank you. Do you have just 2 seconds?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I just want to show you something really quickly. And first of all, I love the way how Cassandra, you're in the family business now. I love it. And Dar too. You're all a family. It's the family business. My friend Sarah Kareen, who does glass art, she gave me this for my birthday, and it is isn't that great? It's like fall leaves, and then it goes into Halloween. So I just had to share this.
That's so pretty. That's lovely.
Anyway, so it was a nice surprise. Oops.
Oh, don't break it. Don't break it.
No, that's something else. Something else.
Okay. Well, I got a little worried there.
No.
Well, thank you, SK. Anyway. You have a great night. Happy Halloween. Everybody check out skandrews.com.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
All right. So while we are in the home stretch here, and I'm looking, and we haven't done a lot of trivia, and I want to do some more trivia and get some more trivia in. So I put a link earlier to join us, and we've got, let's see, we've got MJ here. So we're going to add her to the stream. Hi, MJ. How are you?
Hi, MJ.
How you doing?
My real teeth.
Oh, there. I was wondering for a minute. I didn't want to say anything, just in case. I didn't want to say.
I had to wear something.
That's great.
There you go.
I love
Very
it.
good.
I love it. If anybody wants to join us, I'm going to just type it in again. Join us for live trivia. And I'm going to put in the URL again. And first up is MJ to try to win a T-shirt, a coveted prize.
Oh my God.
I know. Can you believe it?
I can't even, Jim. Throw me a good one, man.
Okay, I've got to see. I can't tell. Like squinting here, I can't tell this one we've already done. It is not. No. Oh, this is a good one. Okay, MJ, are you ready for this very extremely?
It's Boulder Guys. Oh my God.
Which 1982 horror movie does that? MJ wins.
Oh my God.
See, dreams do come true. Dreams do come true. So, where are you calling in from tonight, MJ?
I'm calling in from Olcott Beach, New York.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I'm right across from Toronto on Lake Ontario on the New York side.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we have a lack of callers here, so I'm certainly hoping we get some more people. But thank you so much, MJ.
Thank you.
Maddie,
I appreciate you so much.
Yeah, if you can reach out to Maddie, and we will, and you can do that by going to. Let me just give you the address real quick. You can go to jimharold.com /Jim. That's jimharold.com /Jim.
I will do that. Thank you ever so much. I really appreciate you and your family. You're doing a great job.
Thank you. And what's your favorite show?
What's my favorite? Well, Campfire got me, and then I started listening to the paranormal podcast. And then just went through the UFO ones, the one about couples that you had.
Yeah, soulmate stories. Yeah, Dar and I. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Well, very good, MJ. Thank you. We've got a few more players here I want to get to before the end of the evening. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Happy Halloween.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Now I know she was here earlier, so I'm gonna jump the line here and add Arva to the line.
Yes.
Because I know she was here before. Arva, you were here earlier. I saw you, and we didn't get to you at that point, but we want to make that good. So thank you for joining us. All right, Arva, do you have your speakers up real loud? Let me ask you.
It's fine.
You can turn them down just a little bit. Because we're picking up your speakers. So if you can turn that
I'm
down.
sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. Okay. So I'm going to show you the trivia question here. Which of the following films was not produced by Hammer Horror? The Mummy, The Vampire Lovers, Rosemary Baby, or Dr.
How do
Jekyll
I
and
do?
Sister Hyde?
I am so.
Which one? So which one would it be? One of those was not produced by Hammer Horror. If you remember, those were the movies with like Peter Cushing and those kind of actors. Which one was not? Can you hear us, Arva?
Yes.
Okay, which one was it?
Which of the following films was not produced by Hammer Horror? The Mummy, Vampire, Rosemary's Baby.
Which one?
Yes. I'm going to say Rosemary's Baby.
You got it.
Yay!
Ding, 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 ding. Good job. Good job.
Yay.
So you got it. So Arva, just make sure that you contact us at jimharold.com/contact-jim. That's jimharold.com/contact-jim. Did you get that?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, contact us and we will do that. Now, I know, I'm pretty sure I've seen you on social media a lot and things. You're a long-time listener, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes. Well, thank you so much.
2017.
Wow. And what's your favorite campfire story?
I'm getting double feed, Jim. I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem. Well, thank you, Arva.
Thank
you. Have a
you.
good night. Thank you.
Thank
you.
you.
Bye-bye. Yeah, sometimes with the technical stuff that happens. And now we have Amber on the line. She's been very, very patient. Very patient.
Very nice costume.
Amber, where are
Love
you
the
calling
hat.
in? Nice costume. Where are you calling in from tonight, Amber?
We're at Waynesboro, Pennsylvania.
All right, very good. Well, I've got some trivia for you.
Okay.
All right. Which fictitious supernatural volume was featured in the Ghostbusters movie and television series in the 1980s?
Oh, see, I got all these other ones right, and now I'm gonna get.
Go figure, right? Always.
Can't get us for that short, probably.
You know, you watch Cassandra.
That was it. I'm not doing any more.
Ooh.
I don't know this one.
This one is tough.
I didn't either. This one's hard.
Yeah.
I'm stumped on this one. I've got like every other one right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just kind of the way it fell. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want to take a guess? Just take a guess.
Let me think for a sec. Wait. I don't know. I just don't know. That's a hard one.
It is.
It is. It is. I'm so sorry, Amber, but we're going to have a holiday party, so come back on.
All right.
We'll be giving away some t-shirts then, and make sure to try again, because I'm guessing we'll have an easier one.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Amber. We're kind of going through them quickly here because guess what? The hour is growing short. We're about 2 hours and 45 minutes in, believe it or not.
It's good because Flo is losing hair.
I've lost my ears probably 12 times so far.
Oh,
People
I
are
didn't
paying
notice. You
attention
just
to my
keep having
camera.
that slide. At one point, I thought you were wearing glasses because they.
Oh, yes.
Well, there is
Evidently,
one
this needs
upside.
Next time, you got to
disappeared.
take Maddie's fashion advice
tape
about that
advice,
tape.
yes.
Yeah.
I've not. You talk about losing things. At least I've not lost bladder control yet. So.
God.
Oh boy.
That's something I'm not cleaning up. There we go.
Well,
You're on your own on that one.
On that note, we're going to go to Aaron. Aaron, how are you tonight?
Love the makeup.
Yeah.
I think Aaron is muted. So let's see if we can
Yes, she is.
get her.
There we
There
go.
she's unmuted. Aaron, are
Okay,
you there? Where are you calling from tonight?
North Carolina.
Very
Awesome.
cool. Very cool. Well, let's pull up this trivia question for you. Which fictitious supernatural volume featured in the Ghostbusters movie and television series in the 1980s?
Oh my goodness. No. Fictitious supernatural volume. Oh boy.
That's a hard one.
It is a hard one.
Blame Maddie.
Sorry, I
No.
was a Ghostbusters kid.
Night is good. Let's see. I'm gonna say the Ghost Hunters.
And that's wrong. I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
I'm so sorry. Thank you for playing, though. I appreciate. Be sure to come back for the Halloween. This is Halloween. The holiday party. They both begin with H's. Come on. It's been 2 hours and 45 minutes. What do you expect?
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
But no, not you, Aaron. I was talking to Dar, who was naysaying.
No, I'm just yeah.
But Aaron, no, not towards you. But Aaron, thank you for playing. Thank you for listening. And I
Thank you,
really
Jen.
appreciate it. And I'm sorry that you got a tough one, but next time you'll get an easier one, I'm sure.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. You have a good night. Thank you so much.
Happy Halloween.
So, guys, we've got a few more people here. Do we want to go to the next question? Maybe give them a little.
I don't
easier
see
question?
anybody getting it. And Dungeon Hamster, hey, shout out because
By supernatural volume, they just mean like the book that they reference a lot in the movie, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's this fake book
that
Yeah.
they talk about.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
'cause
we'll move
everyone's
on to
having
the
a
next
really
one.
hard time with this one.
Because we only have 3 more questions. So let's see if we can give away 3 more t-shirts. Okay. Let's bring it.
Well, you had
I gotta do that. Okay, Sierra, are you there?
muted.
Muted. She's muted.
Yeah, unmute.
Unmute. Are you there, Sierra? You gotta unmute. We need you to unmute. There should be a place to unmute there somewhere.
Right, like at the bottom.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave you in the green room while you're figuring that out, and I'm going to go to the next person. We'll come back to you. We'll come back to you, Sierra. Hey, Camille and Sean, how you doing?
Hi.
You
How you
ready
doing?
for- where are you guys calling in from tonight?
We're Vancouver, Canada.
Hey, there you go, Maddie. You're country people there. Excellent. So how long you guys been listening?
For 3 years.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Well, hopefully we can give you a good trivia question here that can get you a t-shirt. Okay, here goes.
Awesome.
I need a t-shirt.
There you go. What was the first horror film to be nominated for the Academy Award for Best Picture?
Oh.
Wasn't it Nosferatu?
Nosferatu?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
That would be wrong. Sorry.
Oh,
wow.
You know, you would think. Now, to be honest with you,
it's a good guess.
Sean, that's actually, I would think that could be, but it is
Oh,
not.
but it was Best Actor, not Best Picture, right? Was that what? That's why I'm getting confused there.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't. But I don't know. Nosferatu. That may have predated the Oscars.
That's very
wow.
true.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, because it was a.
Yeah, that was that was silent, right? That was before the talkies.
Yeah.
But yeah, wow.
Okay,
Wow.
So now I got to rethink my whole answer.
Well, we'll catch you on the next party. But what's your favorite subject in the supernatural? What do you like?
What would be yours?
Warlocks.
Warlocks. Ooh, we haven't done a lot on warlocks. What about you, Camille?
I just love everything about the paranormal. I love listening to different cryptids. I love ghost stories, witch stories, angel connections, all of it. Wouldn't be able to choose.
Excellent. Okay, well, great. Well, thank you so much for being a part of the show. You have a great night, okay?
Happy Halloween.
All right,
Happy
thanks.
Halloween.
All right.
Really
We've
quickly,
got-
are we giving the people the answer to the Ghostbusters question we didn't answer?
Somebody got it.
Somebody said it in the chat.
Okay, go
correctly.
ahead, Cassandra. Give it to him.
Oh, I don't even know.
What is it,
Maddie,
Maddie? You know it.
The Tobin Spirit Guide.
There we go.
Tobin's
Yeah,
very
Paul
good.
Paul got it in there. Yep.
So here's the situation. I've got another clip I want to play from Chad Lewis, and I've got 5 more people in the round here. So what we're going to do is we got 3 more questions. We're going to get through everybody. Sierra Jane. We're going to get through Phil. Actually, 4. Sierra Jane, Phil, Catherine, and Justine. We're going to get through you all unless we don't have any more questions. So I'm going to start. We're going to try Sierra one more time, and then we're going to play Chad's clip. Sierra, are you there? Sierra, are you there? I can see you. Should be able to hear you. Can I hear you? Can you hear us, Sierra? Okay, we're going to remove Sierra from the stream. We'll try that one more time before we leave. Phil, are you there?
Oh, I love it.
Very nice hat.
How you doing,
Yes.
Phil? Good to see you again.
Hello.
How are you?
Okay, well, we got a question for you here. You're in Canada, right?
That's right. Yeah.
You're up in, yeah, because Phil had played, he was commenting before, and he played the paranormal quiz and won, didn't you, Phil?
That's right.
He's even in my province, I believe.
Yeah, there you go.
Woohoo.
Well, this will be an easy one for him. What was the first horror film to be nominated for the Academy Award for Best Picture?
I'm gonna guess. I got a feeling it's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Unfortunately, your feeling is incorrect. You tuned into the wrong vibration there. But Phil, now, is that the night before Christmas on your head? What is that?
Yeah, my wife stuck it on my head before I had a chance to take it off.
I like it. I like it. I like the look. That's good. That is excellent.
That's
That is
great.
excellent. And who's your friend there? It looks like you're petting someone.
Yeah, it's
Splendid.
the one. Look up, buddy.
Oh, cute.
Boy.
Oh,
Beautiful.
Black cat.
Beautiful.
Perfect
Beautiful.
Halloween cat.
Well, it is. Phil, thank you so much. You have a great night. Okay.
You too. Happy
Yeah,
Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy
Happy
Halloween. Thank you. Bye-bye. Looks like we lost Sierra. Oh, there she's back. Okay, now we're going to try Catherine, Justine, and Sierra Jane in that order. So let's go with Catherine. Catherine, are you there?
Hey.
Hi, can you hear us?
I can. Where are you guys calling in from?
Tony and I are calling from Austin, Texas.
Excellent. You've been on before, haven't you?
Yes, I can't believe you remember that. What an honor.
Yeah. See,
Yeah, so
this
we were on
this
your-
didn't even affect it, did it? I
Maybe
told you I
it
wasn't
height- it
drunk. Dar. I
heightened it,
told you I
right?
wasn't drunk.
It heightened. It heightened
okay,
those brain cells.
Go ahead,
We just
Catherine.
got back from a wedding, and I actually dialed into your party here about an hour ago and let you know that I went to the bathroom to log in and say hello.
Oh, that was so
That's so
nice.
sweet.
Yeah,
That's
because I
so
was so
sweet.
bummed I was missing it, but we ended up getting home early. So here we are. This is such an honor.
No, it's an honor to have you guys, both of you, Catherine and Tony. Okay, here's a question for you. What was the first horror film to be nominated for the Academy Award for Best Picture?
Okay, so Tony and I we're a little bit at odds about this. So he says Night of the Living Dead, and I'm saying The Shining.
Well, I've got good
good news
news.
is, yeah.
You're both wrong. So there'll be no marital dispute.
You don't have to worry about I'm right. No, I was right. So see, it's all good.
We never have that discussion here in the Howard.
No.
We never have this discussion here in the
Never.
Harold household.
Well, we both got it wrong. That's all right. I'm dying to know what it is, though.
Well, you'll hopefully soon find out. All will be revealed before the end of the telecast.
Yay!
In the
thank you
fullness of time.
In the fullness of time. Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
thank you so much. It's such an honor. The whole family and Cassandra, I'm loving your new show. Thank you.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. Thank you.
We're Plus Club members, and we just adore the whole family. So thank you for what you do.
Thank you, and have a great evening, guys. Thanks
happy
again.
Halloween.
Happy
We'll see-
Halloween.
Well, hopefully see you at the holiday party.
Yep, we'll be there.
Cool.
We need to do this more often. This is so much fun. Justine is on the line. And Justine, where are you calling in from tonight?
Hey, I'm calling in from St. Louis, Missouri.
Awesome.
Fantastic. Well, let's see if we can get you a t-shirt.
Boy.
What was the first horror film to be nominated for the Academy Award for Best Picture?
Is it okay? I think it's, I don't know if it's too late, but Silence of the Lambs, maybe.
Unfortunately, not.
Ah.
Unfortunately, not. I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't think that one would be so hard, but apparently it is. So, Justine, and you may have said, you told us, where were you calling in from again?
St. Louis, Missouri.
St. Louis. That's right. That's right. The home of George Norrie, by the way, I believe. That's where he was the Nighthawk, the great talk show host for Coast to Coast AM. And what's your favorite subject in the paranormal, Justine?
Anything ghost related.
Yeah, that's the one of many people that feel that that's their absolute favorite. So
Hands down.
yeah. So Justine, thank you so much, and I very much appreciate it.
Happy Halloween.
Happy
Happy
Halloween.
Halloween. Okay, we are just we lost Cassandra for a minute, but I'm sure she'll be back before the end. Right now, we're going to try one last time, see if we can give away this T-shirt. Sierra, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Yes.
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 Oh man, I was having some troubles.
That's all right. We persevered and we made it. So hopefully
and
you'll
this
win
is
a
my
T-shirt
second
here.
year, so I'm back.
There you go. And where are you calling in from again?
Port Byron, Illinois.
Very cool. All right. What was the first horror movie to be nominated for the Academy Award for Best Picture?
I'm gonna say The Exorcist.
And you would be right.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so make sure you get this. JimHarold.com/contact/Jim. You can also go to JimHarold.com and just click on contact us, and we will we'll get your size, address, all that good stuff, and we'll send it along. And I thank you
Sounds
so
good.
much. All right, thank you. You have a great night. Thank you.
You too. And time slips are my favorite.
I like those. Those are some of my favorites too.
That's what I'm into.
Thank you, Sierra Jane. So right now what we're going to do, because he was kind enough to record, we're going to run a little over time, but we still have quite a few viewers, so I don't think anybody's going to mind. We have our final segment with our buddy Chad Lewis. He did such a great job, and he's going to tell you about some more of his cryptid favorites and also where you can connect with him, which you should definitely do. And here he is. What is your all-time favorite cryptid story, do you think, or your all-time favorite cryptid anywhere?
Well, today, 2021, October, Halloween, it is the Wendigo, without a doubt, especially as the winter starts to settle in. The Wendigo, the most terrifying legend ever to set foot in North America. And if any of your listeners...
My friends, I hit the wrong button.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I was gonna say, I think
It's
we
late.
saw that part already.
Here it is. Here's Chad talking about some of his favorite cryptids. Take two. If there was one cryptid that you could say you feel is most likely to go beyond, and it could be one we've already mentioned, beyond legend and lore, and you think it's really there in some form or another, what would it be?
Oh, great question. I really, just because of the people I've spoken with that have seen these things and the sheer terror in which they bring on, that I think they're real, but maybe not real like we think. And I'm talking about what would be considered hellhounds or devil dogs. These large black dogs with glowing red, green, or yellow eyes. Many believe that they guard portals to hell, they do the devil's bidding, and that they are a death omen. That if you see them, they are a harbinger of death, meaning that much like seeing or hearing the Irish banshee, it means you or someone you know is going to die very shortly. And the reason why I say they might be the most believably there is that people have not only encountered them, but interacted with them. After a program I did about mysterious creatures, a big burly biker guy came up to me. You know, the type of guy you wouldn't think would get spooked by anything.
Right.
He told me him and his buddies took their motorcycles out to this haunted island area, and they were at the boat landing when all of a sudden they were surrounded by hellhounds, which the area has a long tradition of those stories. But when I asked him why he thought they were hellhounds and not just wild black dogs from the area, he said 3 things stood out to him. 1, these things were nearly transparent. He could almost see right through them like they weren't really there. 2, they had glowing red eyes, not a light shine, not an eye shine reflection. He said it was like the pits of hell were emanating from their sockets. And 3, no matter how fast they tore out of there on their bikes, their motorcycles, these dogs kept up with them. And he told me it wasn't until he went to kick one and his big boot went right through it that the thing finally disappeared and left them alone. And he said they were so spooked they did not quit driving until they hit the safety of the next town about 20 miles away.
Wow. That is really something else. But I expected some kind of visceral reaction from the dog, but it goes right through it. That's scary in some ways scarier than if the dog actually attacked you, because then you know it's a spectral being. And well, that's something else. Well, I've got to say, you always have such great stories, and this is just folks scratching the surface. And Chad has such great books. And does such great work. So, Chad, the question is, if people want to tune in and read about more of your stories and hear about more of your stories, where can they do that?
You can just go to my website. I think there's links on yours, or it's just Chad Lewis Research. I'd love to hear your stories, or I always encourage people to go to the weirdest haunted or cryptid location they can ever think of, and that's probably where you'll find me.
There you go. Chad Lewis, thank you for being a virtual part of our virtual Halloween party. Oh, wait.
Yeah, I've got to get ready for the rest of this Halloween here.
Yeah, there you go. There he is. I like it. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Chad Lewis in true cryptid style goes out. Chad, thank you and your friend there for joining us today.
Thank you, and keep an eye out.
Stay spooky. That was great. He was fantastic. I really enjoyed him being a part of the show. Even if it was virtually of the virtual campfire party. I'm even losing my headphones here now at this point. I love my job.
The best part of Halloween is getting to see
as a
people
wise man
slowly
once
take
said,
their
the hell with it.
costumes off.
It's at the end now. So ooh,
Go off the wig.
So anyway, thank you all so much for joining us. I got to say, the support that we've had over the community over the last year and a half, particularly during COVID, has been amazing.
Yes.
And I just want to thank you all. And I want to thank the 3 people here with me now. All of our guests over the last year, all of our sponsors. I know people give advertising a bad rap, but those people really make it possible for doing what we do. And they have great products, because if they didn't, I wouldn't talk about them. And then also our Plus Club members and just everybody who's listened and watched over the last year and a half. They've kept us afloat, and we hope in little part we've kept them afloat. And I'll just go around the ring. Maddie, thank you for everything you've done over the last year. I appreciate it. Cassandra, you're just an amazing addition, and I think you've just scratched the surface of what you can do. And I feel like Mike Brady here. I remember which way I'm at. There's the way I'm supposed to look down at Dar. And Dar, well, I was going to sing it, but you can't because of the damn copyright strikes. But anyway,
we got 2 swear words in like 5 minutes.
Ooh. But anyway,
there goes that G rating.
Yes, there you go. But the gloves come off after 16 years. But Dar, love you very much.
Love
and
you too.
None of this would be possible without you. You are you're the reason it's all happened. So thank you.
Well,
and thank you all so much. I hope you have the greatest Halloween ever. And the good news is, if you watch this and you're depressed that Halloween is over, it is never over at the Spooky Studio. So happy Halloween.
Yes.
Be safe. Stay tuned. And of course, stay spooky. Bye-bye. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.